Yeah. Yeah. His eyes on finances.
Her hands control the pause.
Counted by the minute.
Then we walk through the doors.
Serious topics.
Stop provoking.
His thoughts, her thoughts.
We keep it poking.
Lots of fun, no drama.
Every episode is smash.
They try to play it light,
but we bring the truth of class.
Rod and Tanya.
Live and direct.
Speak it plain.
Earn that respect.
Don't come soft.
Don't come fake.
When we step in.
The room don't break.
Points blank. Event yours.
Points blank. Event yours.
They don't enter rooms.
They kick down doors.
Are they ballin'? Are they paid?
Let us see those checks.
Forget the power and the money.
We command respect.
Yeah. He brings the pressure.
She brings the proof.
Clean little debate
with a big picture truth.
We got opinions.
We got receipts.
Laugh through the headlines.
Then we hit the streets.
Timmy talk slick.
Y'all know that's trash.
We cut through the noise.
And we move too fast.
Rod and Tanya.
Live and direct.
Speak it plain.
Earn that respect.
Don't come soft.
Don't come fake.
When we step in.
The room don't break.
Points blank. Event yours.
Points blank. Event yours.
They don't enter rooms.
They kick down doors.
Are they ballin'? Are they paid?
Let us see those checks.
Forget the power and the money.
We command respect.
Yeah. No small talk.
No small.
No fake shine.
Real conversation.
Every single time.
Laugh a little.
Think a lot.
Say it with your chest.
That's the shot.
That's the shot.
All right, I think I'm pumped up now. We got 10 real homies in the crib. Your boy pumped up, man. Oh, boy, live at the rig. I got a little picture up here. I don't even know how to act no more. What is it? What's going on, Tanya?
Thank you. Hey, keep me on mute.
No, man, I ain't trying to do that, man. I muted it while I got so excited. I thought I was at the club for a minute, man. What's going on?
A little bit of everything. What's going on with you? How's it going?
Oh, man, been a busy day, man. I kind of relaxed yesterday, and today I did a couple of videos. Now I'm live. I done created little promos for us, man. I'm just happy, man. Just happy to be on this side of the dirt, as they said in the garden community.
Okay. Oh, you still got light over there. That's right. What you like 3 hours behind?
No, I'm 1 hour behind you. I'm 1 hour, but yeah.
Okay. You still got some light. It's dark as heck over here.
I'm over there with YOLO. I'm up in Alaska somewhere, man. What it is. What's up, everybody, man? Let me see what we got in here, man. I ain't gonna even look at the number. We got a whole lot of people here. We got about 36 million people in the house. Let me see what we got in here. Ooh, we got Just Asking in the house. What's up, Just Asking for a friend? Keisha, my other co-host. Man, I love my phone. See how excited I am, yo? It's something. Yeah, I get it in a minute. What up, Jerry? What's going on? Jerry speaking to Keisha. What up, Reaper? Reaper over there, man. Reaper doing big things over there. Reaper will be watching DT. What? I'm acting like I know everybody's name. What up, Daryl?
Hey, Daryl.
Hey, what up, Gaming? How you doing? Glad you could be here gaming with Mason. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And just so y'all know, I'm taking a course right now. I'm taking a course on commentology, YouTube commentology. And I think I learned a lot this week, and I'm gonna practice tonight. So we're gonna see how much I learned. We got the mighty House of X in the building. Man, I was mad. I went to the live last night. Why am I talking so damn loud, man? I went to their live last night. I gotta whisper, y'all. And then it was over, man. So I gotta go check out the replay. I appreciate you. I don't know. Okay, thank you. I'm thanking you for both. I see your house, do the Spider-Man. All right, let me see who else we got here. We got Fatima in the building. What up, Fatima? Hey, Ronnie T, I'm sitting back watching on the big screen. All right, what you got us on, like the 93-inch? You got us on the 93-inch, Fatima? Let us know. What up, Bronze Flat Power God? All right.
How you doing?
Tanya, ready to correct my grammar. You're amazing, Tanya.
Sorry.
Oh, that what they say? Hold up.
Yeah,
I'm silently correcting your.
correcting your grammar.
Oh, hell, I might want to put my avatar up there. Hey, Reaper, you know I'm about to fail this test. I probably already done failed. Keisha speaking. Let me get past some of the speaking. What up, Cheryl? Cheryl in the building. Y'all,
What up, Cheryl?
I'm taking her thing. Cheryl in the house, man. I hear my phone ding, ding, ding somewhere. I got to get my phone, man. Y'all got to pardon me in a minute because that's going to drive me crazy. I don't care about the phone, but that little dinging. All right, I think we done got to everybody. Y'all, as you can see from the thumbnail, if you saw that when you came in, we're doing part 2 of why men won't commit. And I was going to act like I remember where we left off, but then Tanya would have knew I was lying, so she'd have been correcting me again, Reaper. So I had to go back and research. And yo, part 1 really did some numbers, y'all. And I want to thank everybody for being here and tapping in to Rod and Tanya, T and Rod, whatever y'all want to call us. But we're going to be talking about why men won't commit. I thought of a new one, but I ain't going to break out with that one. I'm going to let Tanya. Tanya, you said you had a whole lot to say.
I got a whole bunch of questions because I need some participation from the chat. That's what we need today.
Yeah, we need some participation from the chat, from the comments, from the people down here. Man, y'all. Why are men afraid to commit? If you're a lady and you're afraid to commit, hey, go throw it out there. Don't make us all us men look bad. If you just, I already thought of one, boy. I thought of one today. What's going on?
I think it's a little less that women don't want to commit.
You think it's less women that don't want to commit?
No, I think it's more men don't want to commit.
Yeah.
Women are usually wanting to get married or wanting to commit. Even if they don't want to get married, they're looking for a relationship.
Oh, wow.
Not a situationship. Unless, I'm not saying 100%. I just said the majority of. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. I got to see something here. Hold on a minute. You can keep that. I understand. Okay. All right, what we got? Always that girl is in the house. Just, hey, sis, how you doing? She's speaking to Just Asking. Everybody's speaking. Let me make sure. So, we got the Nichols in the house. I think I went, man, they keep jumping. What up? Says, hey, Tanya and Chad, what's going on? What's going on? Everybody, we got Nichols, we got Desmond and kids in the house, man. Mm-hmm. Boy, these things jump in. And majority of the marriages are ended by women. Hey, I'm gonna start that comment because we're gonna come back, y'all. We got a lot of
we're gonna come back to that.
So
that's a whole nother topic right there about divorce. Don't get started on that now.
You ain't lying.
We're gonna start that comment and we'll come back to it towards after we get some of the other topics taken care of.
All right, what up, Griffins? I see the Griffins in the house, man. Hey, everybody! It's a whole lot of people here.
What's up to everybody? Everybody
in the club get tipsy. Y'all might want to get tipsy tonight after this conversation. So
last time when we met up and talked about this, we was doing like a basic reality check. Like we asked, do men really have commitment issues? What does I'm not ready mean? How can you tell a difference between whether a man is just unsure versus a man who just want to keep you around? We talked about situationships. We also talked about why do men stay in situationships versus just leaving? And then are women knowingly accepting, basically, do they fall victim because they're accepting someone based on potential, thinking, well, it could be more than this, so I'm gonna stick around just in case. And then basically who benefits most from these situationships. So, but today we're gonna be getting into the psychology behind it, as well as noticing some of the red flags and just some of the hard truths. So right now for this one, I'm going to ask the first question. Do men commit based on timing or the woman? Who commits based on timing, the man or the woman? And what I mean by what is meant by this is do people commit after they feel like a certain time frame went by instead of just letting things happen naturally? You know, meaning if you meet somebody, you figure, oh, we've been out on 5 dates and I gave him some. So obviously we in a relationship because these things happened or this amount of time has passed and this person needs to either we a thing or we're not a thing. So I personally think that most of the time that's women. I think women do that more than men. So what are your thoughts, Rod?
So if they go out on a date and then after 5 days the woman get a man some, then she sort of think they're in a relationship. Is that what you said?
What you say?
You didn't hear me?
No.
Okay, so at the end of that, you said if a man and a woman go out and after 5 days she give him some, she's gonna kind of sort of think they're in a relationship.
No. I said, or like I was giving scenarios. Like if they go out on a certain number of dates, that's a timing thing. Or if she gave him some, you know, or if they've been together and talking for a certain amount of time, then she feels like she needs a title, basically.
Well, see, I think it is a timing issue. I think when it comes to, I'm gonna start with the men. I think with men it varies. It varies with everybody, men or women. But I think men tend to want to buy a little more time because of their commitment. The whole reason we're here, why won't men commit? They may buy a little more time where a woman is going to try to expedite the time most of the time. You know, they want to push up the time. I don't mean necessarily 5 days, I gave you some, we're now together, but you're going to find very few dudes at the 5 days, unless you had some of that real good that's going to say, hey, we together. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, y'all. This is opinionated. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm saying the chances. We're talking about the big picture here. So when it comes to the timing, I think the timing or the woman, I'm gonna always fall back on me. If I have a person that I'm interested in and into, ain't no timing. Now I ain't gonna jump in and talk about at the 3 days and a night between the sheets. You know, we together. I gotta assess the mental. I gotta assess the conversation, the communication. I don't mean get a full blown walking down the aisle picture in a month, but I need to have an idea. So with me, it's going to vary, tell you, from situation, no pun intended, from situation to situation, you know, from person to person. I may have a long time frame over here because I know it just ain't going to work out.
Right.
And then I may have a shorter time frame because I don't want to let this one get away.
Right. Okay. Now that part right there, because you said a comment earlier about, you know, if she got that good, then it's like, okay, then I need to hold on to this. Now, does that mean hold on to it, meaning I don't want her to give it to nobody else? Hold on, or hold on, meaning this my only piece? Because I think a lot of the times, because going back to now, Reaper put a comment in there, and he said, you know, usually the women is the one who expedite time, and I'm just trying. Here it goes. We do it for her soul and her heart. So basically it's more of, you know, men, what he's saying is men don't care if they're committed or not. They do whatever, but a woman, in order for her to feel, I guess, a certain way, she has to think, I'm assuming, Reaper, that she is in a committed relationship. And see, and that's the part that irritates most women, because there are some men that are honest. And believe it or not, they got just as many women as the ones who lie. I mean, they tell the truth and say, you know, like the woman knows she's not the only one, and he will tell her that. Like he's dating, he's exploring options or whatever. But give the woman the opportunity and the chance. Don't make her think that you're committed, and all this other time you run in the street. You can still run the street and still have somebody, but the problem is it's about being selfish. It's like, well, I don't want to really tell her I got somebody, because most of the time they don't want her to have nobody else. They want to run the field, but they don't want her to run the field. So the whole thing about commitment is, well, if this is what's going to take for her to just be with me, then I'm going to just say I'm committed. But all in all, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. If something comes up, something comes up, so that's what I think. When you said that piece right there about, I just got to let her know I got to commit or whatever. Sometimes it's for selfish reasons. It's not a matter of that you want to be with her only. You just want to make sure nobody else gets it.
Yeah, I think with that whole, I'm going to just, because you're going to see through the BS. A woman's going to see through the BS. You could try to act like you committed, but if you're temporarily / partially committed, but you're putting on this facade because you still want to be all over town,
mm-hmm.
the amount of time spent may not equal what's called a commitment. Do you have the serious time frame? Do you have are you putting in the work? You can fake and funk. Now, does it happen? But I'm gonna flip it around and tell you, I know we're saying, like, we're generalizing here, saying women want a commitment, men don't. But you have some men out there that are putting it, they're trying to put in the time, they're trying to do what's right. But you may have a woman that don't believe it, and yeah, this guy may be trying to keep her around. If you're keeping a person around for sex, depend on maybe your age, I guess. I don't know. I don't see that.
I think it's also experience.
Yeah.
I put it to you this way. People, because we talk about psychology, if someone's not used to going through if they do not have the experience to go through a couple of good and bad relationships, then they won't recognize when they being played, right?
Mm-hmm.
But over time, when you're being played, but then some of them may feel like, oh, they're the one that can change this person. And that may not always necessarily be the case. Which is, one of the biggest signs that he'll never commit. Now, let's see what's going on in the comments first before we jump to that next one. But the next question, y'all, while we're going through the comments to answer that first question, is what are the biggest signs he will never commit? Meaning, how do you know that he is not going to commit at all? Let's see what kind of comments we got.
I'm going to say one, and hopefully nobody take this one.
Okay.
If a person don't want to have a serious relationship about a relationship, that's a big old sign they probably don't want to commit. Every time there's a conversation about, let's get serious, what's our next move? Where are we going from here? Deflection, dodgeball, soccer, everything else come into play. You know what I'm saying? So Whiskey Water said, I love when a woman makes me work for it, but nowadays the dating pool is full of women that gave it up to Kyle for a cheeseburger. Now she
You know what, Whiskey Waters, do remember that not everybody mess up every now and again, So, but you're right, exactly. Somebody that's been in the street for a minute and now all of a sudden they want a good man. You exactly right. And Jerry says she agrees with me that women are dating to get married, where men date because of opportunity. I'm going to say this, and I believe this. I believe that until they usually get a little older, when I say old, I mean mature, or how much conviction they have. But I think that most men date based on their opportunities. They're as faithful as their opportunities. If a man has a lot of women running after him, then chances are he got the pick of the litter, right? He gets to choose, okay? But if a man doesn't have that many people if he doesn't have as many options, then he may practice the fact of, okay, well, let me stick with this woman here because this is the woman that's showing me that she loves me. She taking care of me. She treats me like I'm supposed to be treated. She looks good, blah, blah, blah. Not saying that the woman isn't all those things, but if you notice, you know, most men, when they get above a certain age or whatever, and I believe we touched on this on the last segment, that, you know, they need a little help and they want somebody to take care of them. And so now they want to settle down. Now they want to commit, because it's not really about committing because they want to settle down and commit, but because I need someone here and I don't want to be by myself, because I'm at a certain point in my life, and I'm not just talking about just age, but I'm at a certain point in my life where I need someone who's going to be here to help take care of me or help see me through this or whatever the case is. But if they got a whole bunch of women still running after them and they got options and they feel like they the man, I think they would still would do it. I agree. That's what I think. Those are my thoughts.
Wow. And Whiskey said exactly what I just said. Men and women both ghost when they don't want to commit. That's one of the biggest red flags. If you can't have a conversation about it, then it's probably, and let me go to some of these star comments. Hey, and I want to thank, that's one of the reasons my phone was dinging. I was getting the text. Hey, thanks always that girl for the gifts. I can't see them on StreamYard, so if y'all send a gift, I typically go back and hit you on Instagram and thank you for it. But I'm getting texts right now that's let me know people that do gifts or something like that we can't see on the third-party software. So, and hold on. Okay, I think we got all those. All right. Now, here's one right here. Shell said a lot of men disrespect you if you give it up too quick, even if they don't say it.
I think it depends on, and I only say this because I know there's different levels of maturity with people. There are especially with if the person's older. Now, when you're younger and you do stuff like that, then your label is fast. When you're older, you ain't got this much time on earth. Like, you know, when you're younger, you be like, oh, I'm gonna date, and then maybe we'll kiss after the 5th date. Maybe I'll give him some after about 6 months. And then, you know, maybe, you know, we'll probably look at maybe after a year getting serious. When you are older and you're like, look, I could die in 5 years. We need to expedite this. What are you here for? Are you out here to have a good time? Or are you out here and you want something serious? Or are you looking for marriage? Which one is it? Because that'll determine what's going on. And if you're here to have a good time, hey, if I'm attracted and we here and we eating dinner and I feel like getting me some. See, that's the problem where most they always word it like the woman is giving him some. How about you want to get some from him?
I wish everybody start telling the truth.
Can she bust one herself? Maybe that's all she want is to get one. Maybe
live and direct, baby. Live.
You gotta get one, and you mess up, and you might end up with one where she just get hers and just leave. Then you be sitting over there like, what about me? What about you? I'm doing this because this is what I wanted. I wanted something.
Wait, did you just say get hers and leave?
Yeah, get hers and leave.
Somebody don't know what they doing then. I mean, it ain't her either.
Yes, get hers and leave. That's it. You figure it out.
Well, how you
look, and that's the whole thing. And let me tell you what's funny though.
I'm already laughing.
A woman like that, the men will be like, now they got to go redeem themselves. Now they're gonna run behind her because they want to know well, why she ain't all on me? Why she don't want to be with me? Why is it not saying that he wants to be with her, but because she treating him opposite than what he's used to, now all of a sudden it's, and it'll be those women. That's why they usually say you treat people real nice and they run all over you, and then you treat them like whatever, and then now they calling your phone, they texting you all day, they doing all of that stuff for what? So I think that sleeping on the first date and all that type of stuff, I think it just depends on the maturity. Different people make different choices.
Define this, get hers. Don't get you. I mean, do it however. Just you mean?
Yeah, that means just like I said, get in there, get it, and get out.
Oh yeah. He gonna have to go back and find out what's really going on.
Right.
So I got to go back to what Jerry said, that most women want to get married and most men they're looking for opportunity. Well, I think that goes along with the maturity and what you were saying, the experience and age, because it's a lot. Now I'm gonna throw a curveball in there. There's a lot of people out there that are on their second, maybe even third marriage. And they may not want to get married again. They want a commitment. But they may not want to get married, But that runs a slippery slope, because some people think if you're not married, you can just go do whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, you ain't never heard that.
I mean, yes, that's what they think, but that ain't always the case.
Well, no, it ain't gonna work.
Somebody gotta participate. You could go do whatever you want to do, but that don't mean somebody else gonna do it with you.
Hey man, I'm over here doing great on these comments. They cracking me up, but I'm doing a good job. Tell you, I'm doing a good job, y'all.
I see that. I see you keeping up. I'm proud of you. Okay.
Oh no, I'm talking about dodging all these ones I usually would say something about.
See, now you ain't supposed to bring it up. You supposed to act like it don't exist. See.
Well, I had to give myself some credit in case I fail, because
okay.
Hey, what does this say? Why do you let
they just not attached to? I don't know, Whiskey Waters. That my thing is, when it comes to that, to each his own. But go ahead, Rod. What's the next one?
All right, Lynn said, my friends say that all the time. It's about what they want.
Exactly, it's about what they want. Like, it's a transaction.
Hey, YOLO somewhere.
Hey, YOLO.
YOLO is in Alaska or somewhere, Seattle, Alaska.
Yeah, she in Alaska on the old folk boat. I'm waiting for her to come back and prove to me that that's not the case. I'm waiting for the vlogs. I'm waiting. She's in between cocktails. Okay.
Well,
have one for me, or two or three.
Sipping. Keep on sipping, because they're about to be good here. So I'm laughing at Nico.
Yeah, keep going.
No, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm scrolling through. I'm trying to skip some of the hellos. So now, one of the things we ended the last one, and I don't know if we ever answered it. Tell you, I don't think so.
Which one?
People out there in situationships. I ain't trying to go backwards, but I just got to hit this. There's people out there in situationships that don't even know they're in situationships. They think they're in full-blown relationships. It's kind of what we've been talking about.
Okay, so that can be a whole nother segment, but since you brought that up, let's touch on this. Is it really that they don't know? Would that be any different from a wife who's been married for 40 years and didn't know that her husband had a whole nother family for the last 10 or 12? What's the difference?
So I think more people know than they lead on to believe. They know, especially if it's a whole nother family across town. But it's people that ain't got no family across town. And
it might not be across town. It might be a whole nother state, whole nother country.
Damn.
Just saying. I mean, that's just the way it be. So, it's no different. I think that you never really know if something else is going on, as long as whatever you are, what you need from that person, from an emotional, physical, financial, mental, spiritual, whatever, it's as long as those things are being met and you have no reason to think otherwise, then you'll never know. Right? So if it is a situationship, most of the time, if everything seems okay, then when you find out stuff, it'll probably be a shocker, right?
Right.
And there are some people that if they're not high maintenance, like they don't need somebody up in their tail every day. They don't need somebody that they got to chase after and figure out where you at, who you with, why you with, and you just go and do whatever. And you'd be surprised if you're the type of person to just let folk just be themselves. They'll get tired of running around after a while, because after a while they're gonna want to figure out what you do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like why you not looking for me? You're not looking for me because what you doing in? So it's okay if you call me at 1 o'clock in the morning and I don't answer until the next morning. You don't ask me no questions. Then now that person might be like, well, why you ain't ask me no questions? Well, hell, if it was me calling you, I would have a whole bunch of questions. You see what I'm saying? So that's basically how that goes. So yeah.
Yeah. I like what you just said, because just human nature. If I can go out there and do whatever I want to do, come home whenever I want to come home, be out all night long, it just roll up at the crib, smiling from ear to ear, and don't nobody say
no.
nothing.
What you mean roll up at? No, you said situationship. You didn't say marriage or nothing.
Oh no, not marriage. Okay, situationship. You could be.
Are you in the same house?
Well, no. Okay, we ain't in the same house then.
Okay, because see, that's a whole different. Because you remember that song? It's a thin line
between love and
hate. Did you ever listen to the word?
Hell yeah, I probably helped write them. No.
Man, listen. What she say? It's what he say. He said,
the sweetest woman in the world. Yeah. And I'm still coming
in. I knock on the door. Her voice sweet and low said, Who is it? She opened up the door and let me in. Never once asked, where have you been? She said, are you hungry?
I'd have said, hell no.
Yeah.
No, I ain't hungry.
Let me hang up your coat. Pass me your hat. He said, never once did she what he said, never once did she, I forgot that part of the song. Never once did she say anything or basically get mad or whatever. He said it's 5 o'clock in the morning and he didn't give it a second thought. Now, that was the first chorus. The next chorus was, here I am laying in the hospital, bandaged from feet to head.
Because he done busted his head with one of them cast iron skillets.
Exactly. The inner state of shock, just that much from being dead. Never thought the woman would do something like this to me. Never thought the girl had the nerve. Here I am. I guess actions speak louder than words. That song, there was 2 choruses. That was keep on doing what you're doing, and one day you gonna come home and let me tell you something where that comes from. I guarantee you they were married. Now this is the thing though, he already knew he was wrong, because why he had to knock on the door?
See,
that mean he had no key?
Well, see, that's what some of them songs don't be making sense.
He had no key.
What? See, that's what I would try to say.
Maybe she locked the deadbolt, like, well, when you do come home, or hey, it was already late. I wasn't expecting you to come home.
Or maybe she had one of them latches,
That's what I'm saying. Them latches, latches. Being from New York, them big poles that in the floor, and you can't somebody kick your door in. One of those.
So, man.
But anyway.
Yeah, let's get back on track, because you got me everything about this song.
But no, I think that there are people who, which goes into our next segment of red flags. Okay, red flags. What are some of the? Let me see. How long is too long for a woman to wait for a man to decide? Now, this was the one I said was gonna piss me off. But I'm curious to see what everybody else in the comments say. How long is too long for you to wait on somebody?
Yeah, y'all put that in the comments. How long is too long? I think man, I just watched Boys in the Hood the other night, and Brandon was talking about waiting until she got out of college. So, but I think again, I'm gonna go back to that age thing. Now, it depends on your age. You may say a year, 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. Me, I don't have a clock. I don't have a calendar and all that stuff, but I will know from actions.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully the person would know from my actions.
Right.
That the clock is always ticking. As long as we're living, the clock is ticking. So I personally wouldn't have a calendar or a watch or a clock, but I think the older you get, that hand, that second hand and the minute hand starts to move a little faster. So,
well, I'm gonna see what the comments say, but my thing is, that's the one problem I have with most women. I could understand when they're younger, and like I said, they don't have much experience and they don't know.
mm-hmm.
But once you know your worth, and you have in your mind what you want, why does he need to make the choice? What you waiting on him to make a choice for? If he's not ready yet, well then okay, boo, that's fine. You know, we can go hang out or whatever, but guess what? There's gonna be some things you can't get from me. You know, you go get it from somebody else who's willing to, because my goal is trying to get married. My goal is finding someone that wants to commit to me. Now, I don't mind dating, but if I'm looking for someone I'm trying to be with and I find him, that's going to be the one that will get most of my attention or certain things from me. The problem is some of these women allow the man waiting on him, you know, and the thing that I hear some say are, well, he said, you know, every time I say that I'm going to leave or I cut him off, you know, then he come back and he want to be talking this and now he want to do this and now he's trying to do right. And I'm like, okay, and how many times you let him do that? So if you let him do that 2 or 3 times, why does he need to stop? Or he already knows what the pattern is. All he has to do is come, say, hey, either keep you on the phone long enough so y'all can get to talking, so then you can start getting all emotional, or he come pop up on you somewhere and try to treat you nice, and then next thing you know, you get all the little fuzzy feelings, and next thing you know, now you up under him. You know, so now y'all right back in the same old cycle that you was before, because he knows that's all he has to do. What infuriates me is when a woman knows, she knows that he's not trying to choose, and she'll be standing there arguing, well, what you want? What do you want? Tell me now. Well, what do you want? Is what he's doing matching with what you want? Because if the answer is no, then you choose. Why are you waiting on him to choose? And that's one of the things that I just don't like that women do, is they actually put themselves in these situationships with the hopes that he gonna change his mind. You know, well, he always say this, but then he come back and he be all up on me or whatever. Is that all it takes? Is that all it takes? I mean, he keeps showing you each time that he's not gonna change, and the first thing you say is what you want to do. No, what do you want to do? You make the choice and say, you know what, this isn't what I want. We're not compatible.
See, I think they go both ways, though, Tanya. I think it doesn't have to be the woman asking the man. The man could ask the woman, what do you want? And they may not know, or may not want to commit, may not want to answer. They know, but they don't know. You know, I think it goes both ways. But
yeah, but you know what? I would say that's probably with a woman that's with a man that she really don't want to be with. She with him for a reason. You know, if a woman's not married or whatever, guys usually always say, hey, you got a man. Let's say she's single. And she'll go, no, I don't have a man. Most men will say, she lying. All women got a man. All women have a man that's doing something. Either it's somebody that take her out and feed her, or it's somebody that she go on vacations with, or it's somebody that's helping her pay some bills, or it's somebody that's you see what I mean? Like,
right.
There's always a man in the wings somewhere with a single woman, especially if she fine. Okay. There's guys waiting, they waiting in line, they playing friend until the next one mess up, and then he let me move in closer. Now I'm friend number one now. So I get extra time because homeboy out the way. I ain't got to worry about him being there when I could come and just pop up with some Chinese food or or just some food and be like, hey, what you doing today? It's Taco Tuesday. Be like, okay, with the hopes that he gonna get some. And depending on what's going on, she probably got somebody that she can smash every now and again, because it's probably somebody that she smashed before, that she feel comfortable with, that ain't no strings attached, but she just don't want to add no more bodies to her list. So she just gonna keep smashing somebody that's already on her body list. That's another question. Do body counts matter? That's a whole nother topic right there.
Yeah, that's something that Keisha had brought up on the classroom. We put it in the
And what was the answers? What was the comment?
We ain't did it yet.
We ain't do it yet. Well, I'm gonna let y'all do it, then I'm gonna be in the comments because
we might have to drop the hall pass.
I'll be in the comments. Yes, I will.
See, this is what I was talking about, Tanya. Sugar Plum said women should consider themselves single until married. Indecision is a decision, and that's what I was saying earlier.
There you go.
But now, so hey, Sugar Plum, elaborate. So, if a woman is considering herself single, does that mean she's single and moving around, or she's single and still committed to that one man, or indecision is the decision that she's moving around? That's the burning question that I have. And I'm gonna circle back around, Sugar Plum. I ain't gonna forget. Jairus, I think we should have a conversation about marriage, and he's giving the vibe that he's not ready. Then okay, let me find somebody who is. We've been dating all this time. Why do you need extra time to say yes or no?
Let me tell you something, and it'll take my husband to tell you. There's some men that know instantly. They'll meet a woman, or they didn't even meet a woman. Because you let my husband tell it, he saw me across the room.
Mm-hmm.
I said no. I said you saw his ass from across the room. That's what that was. Don't play no game. Talk about I just knew that was gonna see how I bet you was. But he said he saw me across the room. It's men know. I don't care. That's why I tell women, and we tell our daughter this all the time. Men know. They know when they want you, even when they're younger, even when they're a boy, down to teenage days and all this stuff. They knew when they wanted to be with somebody. Not saying that they may not fall short and, somebody but most of the time, if the guy know that that's the one he wants for real, he knows that's the one he wants for real. There is no indecision. He knows if he wants to or not. Now, indecision based on whether he's ready to commit, that's a whole nother different story. Because if he could be ready to commit, just not with you. And I think that some women got a problem with that. That's why these people be up here talking about shut up, Keisha.
I had to pull it over. Hey, y'all, Tanya did a live Saturday night on Pretty Privilege, And I think Keisha getting it back. But you got to go watch Tanya's live to see what this is all about. I can't tell y'all, but that's a little. They got a little battle going about pretty privilege.
So, I think that some women get it confused when a man says no. They think, oh, well, you not ready. No means no to you. Because y'all can break up today and he be married in 3 months. And then you may be like, well, I thought you wasn't ready. No, he just didn't want you as his wife. That's why I say men know, and it don't take men long to know. It doesn't mean that they're gonna marry you the next day. They still got to feel you out and make sure what they feeling is real or what they think is real and all of this type of stuff, but it just might not be with you. So when you're talking about committing, my assumption is that committing is, this person wants to marry you. They want to commit, be monogamous or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So the whole goal is marriage. Now, if you want to be like, Cam Newton or something, and you just want to be like not married, but we just together, then that's a whole nother story. That's not commitment. That's just, I commit to being your fool. That's what that say to me. I commit to just being around you.
So what if two people agree, both parties?
Oh, if both parties agree, then that's
we're gonna get married, but we're gonna be committed. Then who the fool?
No. If they both agree, then that's fine. If they both agree, that's fine. And let me tell you, there's also some other things what are some things that cause people not to get married, right? They can be committed and not married. I could tell you this. If something was to happen to my husband, I get military benefits. But them benefits go away if I get married again. I ain't never get married again. Can no man come between me and my damn money? I'm sorry. It don't. We will have to be kicking it. We'll just be kicking it. That's what will have to happen afterwards. I'm not getting.
People don't realize how much those benefits are. They're very substantial.
Yes, there is. It's substantial enough for me to be like, he was my main one, my only one, and that's it. I don't need no other husband. Sorry, I don't need another husband.
Y'all, that was a deciding question whether Timmy was going to join us or not, because it depends on how Tanya put that.
Oh.
So, Canary says there's a bit of an art to it. He doesn't want to make a mistake. He needs time to evaluate her. Yeah. There are things she can do to give him confidence.
Yes, exactly.
That is a hell of a comment right there. I like what you said about men. Now, going back to this commitment thing, I got a question, Tanya, for everybody in the audience. Let's say a guy does see a woman and he know he want to be with, he knows she's the one, but he's afraid to commit.
Because why?
What about rejection? Well, a lot of times, if you
rejection.
Hold up. If you tell a woman, I knew you was the one, first thing, man, what kind of game is that? Get out of here with that shit.
Well, you mean just like I said with I told you my husband tells the story all the time, but like you said, you hear his version, and then I have my version, because what he was thinking and doing was way over there. What I'm thinking and doing is way over here. So when my husband say, I saw you across the room, and I just knew you was gonna be my wife, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude.
But Timber just brought up a good point. There is no set time limit on when a man should marry. However, 4+ years of playing house and kids were created during that time, and he's still playing that game. He not ready, sis, leave.
Right, exactly. But guess what? Now comes into play of the woman has to be accountable too.
I tell you what else come into play.
Because my thing is this. I'm not having no baby with you unless I'm married. Why? Because there's always, and nobody's saying there's no such thing as divorce, right? There's divorce still. Like you can get married and still be a single mom, a single parent, right? Because it goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, maybe one might happen, slip up, but it definitely won't be no more unless we marry. Because guess what? Now I'm stuck with nothing.
But what about that woman that just want to get hers?
What you mean? Well, you can get yours and still have safe sex now, or you know, there's ways to prevent pregnancies too. You know.
So what you're saying, I get what you're saying, Tanya. I just like debating with you. But so I agree with Fatima, but I'm gonna put something in this. 4 year and accountability across the board, man, woman, whoever. 4 years, playing house, and I think she said kids, plural. Kids with an S. So a couple kids created, and then sis leave. Can sis leave?
You got other folk that do leave. My thing is, but see, now you're stuck in a situation where it's like, do I now break up this household? Yeah. Or do I just stay here and just be the live-in baby mama or what? You see what I'm saying? So then they end up staying because now they say, it's the kids. It's the kids. I'm here because of the kids.
Or not just the kids, financial. You know, if a lot of times when somebody's taken out of the equation, certain things stop.
Yeah.
People start forgetting that they cared about you. They forget how they felt about you, and then they don't want to do nothing. And they ain't even looking at the house and the kids. They looking at your ass and mad at you, and they're going to take it out on the whole situation. So Jerry got a question. Why is it if a woman has multiple men, she is considered loose? I like how you put that, Jerry. But a man that has multiple women is considered ego boosting, 68-year-old. Okay. So
trust me, I'm sure they just arm candy. 68 years old, what is he doing?
He might be
if he has multiple women, trust me, he is being envied by either the other men who have nobody, or just the younger men is just saying, ooh, oh, hey, OG. Oh, I see you got all the ladies over there. He. And just like an OG, they be like, yeah, dog. Yeah, you know, the ladies be all around me and all this other. And he ain't doing a damn thing. Nothing. They there to just make him look, because guess what? Trust me. He giving up them dollars. I don't. He's just giving up those dollars.
Tell you, I think, hey, Jerry, I don't ever ask a woman this question, but now the woman is giving it up too. So I don't know if it's two 68-year-old people, or if somebody, if the
you mean like are they younger women or older women?
I think it's in general. I don't know. Hey Jerry, clear up what the 68-year-old part is. I think she's talking about anybody.
No, she's talking about period, like a 68-year-old man have all these.
I think I'll take it as maybe it's
coming. In other words, the perception of a woman having multiple men versus a man having multiple women, you get two different stories. You get looked at differently. Okay. If a woman sat here and said, oh, I done had about 30 guys in the last 10 years, you'd be like, what? But if a man says it, it's like, oh, okay.
That's one of them questions I don't want to know. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm not worried. I don't ask about no body counts and all that. I just don't, you know. That's just me. Now, hey, I gotta thank real quick, because I'm seeing a lot of people that's coming in on both TNT Connect and Point Blank Experience. Hey, is that Rat Talks LLC? Hey, appreciate all the people that have never been here. Thank y'all for coming in. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so, regardless of which channel you're watching. Also, hit the like button, give the video a thumbs up. Thanks everyone for all the comments. We're gonna keep them rolling. I see. Hey, look at that, man. I didn't even see that coming. Shout out to the host in the chat. Appreciate it, man. Tanya and I are co-hosts on the channel, so appreciate you, man. Hey, you got anybody got a channel in here? If this is your first time, put hashtag content creator. If it's your 31st time, put Hashtag content creator. People may want to connect with you. So one thing I saw, hold on, time. I got it before I forget this. I saw some on my little list here. Now, are we ready to move to this next one? Because I want to talk about this. Women ignoring red flags because there's some potential. There's some potential. What kind of potential?
Say that again. Which one?
It's under segment 4. Are women ignoring red flags because of potential? Potential in the man.
Oh, yes, they do. They do. The problem is they're the ones that are seeing the potential, not him. That's the problem. So I give you an example. A woman starts dating a guy. He does, I don't know, he knows how to fix computers or whatever, very IT, whatever. But maybe his job is, I don't know, he's a chef somewhere, like he cooks in the kitchen or whatever. Let's just say cooking in the kitchen don't pay a lot of money, but that mindset of being an IT professional would definitely bring in some funds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she may see that and may try to encourage him to foster that skill set. He don't want to do that, right? He don't want to do that. So what she does is, because she sees that he has the mindset, the ability, okay, the ability to be more than what he is, then she stays with him thinking, okay, I'll just wait around or whatever. I like him. I know he kind of broke right now, but I'm going to stay around and I'm going to stay committed. And then they do that. And then they never reach that potential that she thought that he had. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wasn't interested in that. So yes. And I'm just giving that as an example because it's just the easiest thing to do. But they see potential, or some of them feel like, oh, well, they look at all these other ladies who stuck around with guys who didn't commit for a while, but they stuck it out and they stayed. And eventually he did commit and they did get married. Yeah, after about 20 some years.
Yeah, because he done did everything he wanted to do out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it take a real what that little car commercial used to say, you can learn a lot from a.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, man. After 20 years or 10 years or whatever. Hey, I had this star, man. Hey, Gary Jordan, he basically said you like a glow. Let her cook.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, that's why we named this show Direct. I'm going live and tell you it's very direct. That's how we came up with the name of the show. So, hey, right here, I ain't reading that. See, they almost had me. I had all this down. I like this here right here. Real relationships begin when y'all see each other true selves.
Yeah.
That's
what does that mean?
Well, I know my mama used to tell me, going back to what the Nichols was talking about yesterday on their live, things your mom used to do. If you lie, you got to lie to cover the first lie. Before you know it, you ain't going to remember. Once you get to the 5th, 6th lie, you ain't going to remember that first one. So just be your true self. Be who you are.
But what does that mean? What's your true self?
Like,
because I don't care what, look, hold up. I don't care what no one says. Everybody brings their best foot forward all the time when it's somebody new. They want to make sure they look their best. They want to make sure they say their best. They want to make sure they dress their best. They want to make sure they act their best, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you really don't know a person until you see them in their lowest point.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you know what type of person it is. So what does this person do when bless you? What does that person do when they're stressed? What does that person do when they're down and out? What does that person do when they don't have money? They don't have what their access to resources that they need. How do they act when they're sad or they're mad. What do they do? You see what I mean? How do they handle conflict? Those are the things that's important, because somebody can be very nice, and then the one moment you make them mad and then they bust you upside your head. Be like, well, where'd that come from? Is that how you deal with anger? You see what I mean? Or
Right.
whatever the case is. Or even to the point of, okay, well, what happens when you're not doing well in life? Like you hit a brick road. You hit a brick wall, and you have to sort of break the wall down to get to the other side. Are you resilient, or are you just going to lay there and waddle in self-pity? Which one you going to do? Those types of things, so that to me means that's what your true self is.
You bring up a good point, Tanya, because that's when you are going to see a person's true self.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't get a chance to see that. A lot of people don't. And most people that do see it gonna put the track shoes on. They gone, because rock bottom is rock MF and bottom. If somebody stay with you and you at rock bottom, I don't care what else is out there. You might want to hold on, because everybody can't handle rock bottom.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody can, and I ain't
telling you. True, but you also don't need somebody that want to stay at rock bottom either.
Oh no, you can't live there. Now. You don't need no address. If you at rock bottom, get a PO box. Don't get no permanent address there.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, local reviewer, thank you for being here. Okay, man, did I make sure I ain't skipping nothing over here? Hey, Jared said take age out. She was talking about anybody with a man having a lot of women, he being cool, and a woman having a lot of men being loose. She said take age out. She talking about anybody. Why is that the case?
Yeah, it's true. That's how they do. If a men have women, it's a badge of honor. If a woman has multiple men, she a hoe, or whatever the case is.
And Keisha says 68, he probably having quantity over quality.
Keisha said, preach. You're exactly right. Quantity. He could be surrounded by however much his money will provide. Is how many women gonna stand around him.
And that, man, I ain't going to say it. I'd rather be by my damn self.
You're right. What about the kids? So those kids will be just fine. Good parents. Those babies will be raised with or without the partner. Exactly.
Hey, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it right there. Hey, Reaper, man, I don't have a Marlins hat. I'm gonna have to look at that. Hey, Ray, y'all check out Rack Talks. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hey, Tanya, what's your drink of the night? You didn't say that. Reaper want to know.
I actually am not drinking anything right now. I sure am not. I'm sorry. I drank a lot for Mother's Day weekend. I did. So I'm taking a break today.
Oh man, you were jumping around in live yesterday, boy. You was everywhere. I said, dang.
Well, believe it or not, I wasn't really. I would pop in and then I leave. I let folk know, hey, I'm stopping by, but I'm enjoying my Mother's Day, and then I leave. I popped in Fasten Tree real quick and left. I stopped in the Reapers and I left. I stopped in the Kizzies and I left. I forgot who was on earlier, but I stopped into theirs earlier. And YOLO's live. I stopped in there for a second and for a little bit. She was only on for a little bit anyway. And then that was pretty much it. I didn't stay on. I literally watched some movies. I watched TV this weekend.
Gotcha. So you just had a chill weekend.
I did. My baby girl graduated Friday, and Saturday and Sunday was my day.
And congratulations to your daughter again. I know I told you via text for graduating college. That is, the percentages are getting smaller and smaller every semester for that. Not every year, every semester. Yeah. Those numbers are getting smaller. So congratulations. Mm-hmm. Jerry said they ignore the red flags because they can think they can fix whatever is broken. But one thing that I think Tanya and I both just kind of alluded to, a lot of times what has to be fixed is the person has to fix it. It can't be nobody else. It can't be her or him or whoever, them or whatever. It's got to be that person. That person's going to have to a lot of times fix what's broken and then maybe have a support system. But if you're relying on the next person to fix you,
Mm-mm.
I don't know about that one. Hey, just asking for a friend. Keisha says if a certain age at a certain age you need to be dating with a purpose and dating people just because you think they have, and not dating people because you think they have potential.
That's just like choosing your job. If you know you working on a certain career move, you get some jobs that's gonna feed up to it. You don't just if your goal is to work in healthcare, you don't go get a job at McDonald's. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So you look for jobs that's gonna help you get into that's gonna help in your health career field.
Fatima says staying together because of the kids will hurt them babies more because the household is under dysfunction.
And not only that, usually when the kids get old enough and leave, they break up anyway. I know quite a few people that kids graduated, was out 21 years old. Once they all hit 21 or later, they ended. When the youngest one hit 21 and was gone, they got a divorce.
See, I wonder when that happened. Is it finance? Because you're gonna have to explain it if you wait till they're 21. Hell, just leave when they're 16. Explanation, we're just not working out.
No, I guess sometimes it might, like I said, it might be a financial thing. It may be, hey, we just wanted to make sure that you had mom and daddy here while y'all was here. Now y'all grown, 21, y'all adults. So figure it out. And that's how they do.
Hey, Lynn, let me know if you're talking about the show, the first part of this, because I can pull up and drop the link in the chat. In fact, I was looking for that. I didn't see. Maybe I already covered that. What Rex said. Rex said, "Hey, Tasharia, how you doing? All that you are now is your best foot forward at the time. Once the show is over, it's time to sit at the table again and reconfigure." Yep.
Show enough. So, well, I'm gonna let you go through the comments some, and then I got the next.
Oh, you can go ahead, because I might not ever get through these things.
Okay, so we talked about how long it is to wait, and we talked about red flags, and ignoring them. So let's talk about the hard truth. Basically, you know what? No, I'm gonna jump to accountability, then go to hard truth. So accountability, because I want to make sure we touch on that. Does giving, now this is based on our title, right? Does giving girlfriend wife benefits too early impact how men value the relationship?
Say that again now.
Does giving girlfriend wife benefits too early impact how men will value the relationship?
No, I think it depends. If you say that man knew that she, or assumed that she was the one, he may give her wife benefits, and it may be too early. I think it really depends on who you're dealing with. Before you start giving some benefits, these wife benefits that you call it, you got to know who you're dealing with. You can't just be handing them out like penny candy.
Well, that is true. To me, it's sad, but it's almost like a pick me type phase. Like, I want to do this to prove to you that I'm wife material. Okay, well, how long you gonna do it? Because if you doing it all the time, then he's reaping the reward no matter what.
And that goes, why do you have to prove it anyway? Why won't you just be yourself?
I'm gonna put this out there. Let's say the men couldn't get none until he married the woman, right? And his whole thing was he married her because he wanted some, right?
He crazy as hell.
So they get married. I'm serious. And she dead in the bed. She just a pillow princess. She just laid. No activity, no nothing. She just a pillow princess. So how would the guy feel?
He should feel like a dummy.
Okay, so it goes back to sometimes people want to know what they're getting before they get it, right? It's just like going to the car lot. You can understand this part.
Yeah,
Going
test
to the
driving the
car
car.
lot and somebody telling you got to buy the car first before I let you test drive. Does that make sense? No, right? Okay.
No.
Now, you test driving it doesn't mean you get to keep it for 4-5 years, right? It
Mhm.
just mean that give me your driver's license, give me a little deposit, depending on what kind of car it is. And then you go, I'm going to let you have it for the weekend. And then you bring it back. Right?
Right.
Or if it's not even that type of car, you just the person get in the car with you and they let you drive with them in the passenger seat and you drive it back. You just drive it for maybe about 10-15 minutes and then you come on back.
Well, see, that sounds good, Tanya. And me being in the car business, like when I buy a car now, I don't have anybody test drive with me, and I usually keep it a couple of days. But putting this in a relationship, now I can take that car back and say I don't want it, and I've done it several times.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if this test drive is gonna work in this situation. Because you test drove the product.
Okay, well, we talking about girlfriend wifely benefits. Now, nobody's saying that you have to have, you have to have sex with the people, right?
Uh-huh.
The thing is, if what is important to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
If what is important to him is a woman who knows how to cook, not saying she has to be, just a fully domesticated person, she can have her career, do whatever, but he knows that if he wants a home cooked meal, does she have those skills, right? Can she cook him something other than spaghetti and some cereal? You know what I mean? So can she do those things? How is she with children, right? Even if she doesn't have any, how is she around children? Does she even like children? Because maybe he's a person that wants children, right? These are things that are important, Well, what's her religion? If I'm a Christian or if I go to church and this is something I would want my wife to do, is this something that she does on her own? Because you can't, I can buy a cow even if milk is free because I need meat. Okay. I like that.
Hey, I wonder if that got something to do with that cow and the milk.
Okay, exactly. But that fits very perfectly with what we talk about right here.
Mm-hmm.
There's the meat, the heart of your core values that you have to see. Does this person have those same core values? Religion, discipline, family, your drive, your ambition, goals. What do you want out of life? Things like that matters, right? Those are the things that's instilled in the person. Everything else you can fake it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can fake it. But those things, so people have to be able to see those things, right? So that doesn't mean that they have to play wife or wife to you or anything like that. It just means that every now and again, show them your skills. But this isn't something that's expected. This isn't, oh, hey, I got to hurry up home because my boyfriend, I got to make sure there's food cooked. No. Boy, bye. Go to your mama house. I got stuff to do. I'm just coming from work. I'm putting my feet up. I ain't got no kids either. What you think this is? Are you paying for groceries? You know what I mean? So, hey, PD. So, you can show those things, but in little spurts, little phases, just to let a person know, oh, I got the skills, but yeah, I know you like them collard greens, but you can't get my collard greens. You can't get the recipe. I'm not taking them to your family cookout. I'm not doing none of that. Your wife I'll give that to you as your wife, but you're not getting it from me as your girlfriend.
I'm gonna read this question, but I have a question that says let it marinate for everybody. You as well, Tanya, and I'm thinking about it too. Commitment. Now, over from when I was a young man, say 21, 22, to
Is
now,
this Arkansas Rod or is this San Diego Rod?
California Rod.
Oh, okay.
So has this level of commitment, has it evolved over the decades, not over the years, over the decades, because it seemed like the level of commitment was a lot easier, say 3 decades ago.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think maybe with me because of growth, because like when I was a younger man, I didn't care what religion you was. I didn't care if you had one. I mean, now that's important.
Well, you know why I think you got to look at what's going on in the world at the time, right? There was a longer period of the world where having access to resources were important. You had women not being able to work, right? Because they weren't allowed in the working force. And if they weren't still with their parents and they did get married to somebody and they didn't treat them humanely, they couldn't just get up and leave. They couldn't go back to their parents' house, right? Because either their parents didn't have no money either. It was like, well, you grown with these kids. We ain't got no money to take care of you, right? So they stayed with the man because they had no means. How am I going to eat? How are we going to feed these kids? What are we going to do? Who's going to be my protection? That sort of thing, right? Yeah. So they had to stay there. I'm just saying. I'm not saying 100%, but not everybody had a support system where they could leave. So they stayed. So, but at the end of the day, it was all money, resources, right? Then you got into the phase of welfare. The government was providing funds for people who needed assistance, but you couldn't have a man in the house with you, right? There you go, your welfare system. That's when you got your big, all of the single mothers. People were getting divorces and all this type of stuff. That's where they were, right? So I don't think it's a matter of, now that women have the ability and have access to resources and they don't have to put up with BS. They don't have to put up with the fact of, okay, well, I can fend for myself now, so now we need to come to the table with different values. It's not about money. Okay. It ain't about, it ain't about money because we both got it now. So what else do you have to offer?
Right.
To keep me here? Because these are the things that are important to me. If I plan on having children, I need to know how you are with children. And the same thing, vice versa with the guys, right? Guy may be like, look, I'm making money too. I don't need my woman to make money. If you do make money, that's wonderful. That there's icing on the cake, but there's other qualities I need you to have because a woman with money come a dime a dozen these days. So what else do you have to bring to this table, for me to want to wife you up? Are you going to treat my mother with respect?
Right.
Are you going to behave in a way where my mother will respect you, or daddy or whoever? So I don't think that commitment was easier back then. I just think that situations that were created made it seem like commitments were easier back then. Because back then it was, I need that one, man. I come home, it was a hot plate on I got hot food ready for me and laundry clean. I got some fresh sheets, my clothes, look how my woman keep me dressed and all this type of stuff. Most of that was domesticated stuff. So of course a man settled down or whatever. He had his main chick at home, but trust me, there was also some outside families going on back then too. So,
especially if she, what you call a pillow princess?
A pillow princess. I mean, that's just folk that just lay there and just like they are not exciting in the bedroom at all. Talking about the women. I don't know what the name for the men are.
I don't either. I don't even want to think about it. Hey, but speaking of that, Rex says sex is usually the underlining agenda as both genders are hunters, quiet as is kept.
But they hunting for different things though, right?
Yeah. Then that's the reconfigure stage. So
Yep.
let me go ahead and pull it. All right, Tony, I'm gonna go down here to the next one. So we will have a part 3.
Ain't no part 3 to this. We down a couple of questions. And look, and if the classroom want to expand on any of these topics, please feel free.
And what Tony is talking about the classroom, Monday is live and direct on the second and third Monday. Every Tuesday on Point Blank Experience 1 week, just asking for a friend. The following week, let me go over here and well, I'll find it in a minute. This week is going to be on Point Blank Experience. We have 2 talk shows back to back, but we try to avoid the topics. We try to do different topics on both shows. So now, is it possible that women are choosing the wrong men repeatedly?
I agree. I think everybody, it's not just women. I think men too. People choose what they're attracted to, but that doesn't mean what you're attracted to is what's best for you. Okay. Just like I put it to you this way, I think that sometimes people get it messed up in terms of they misinterpret what they're attracted to. So they end up with the wrong person. So for instance, perfect example. You know, you heard the saying where it says, you know, all women like bad boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's break that down. Let's unpack that for a minute. A bad boy. What are some of the qualities of a bad boy?
I think it's changed over the years, but it used to be like a street guy. A street guy.
Okay, but what about the street guy? That's what I'm trying to get down. What are some of the characteristics of the street guy?
I think in yesteryear it was the street guy, the hustler, the guy that could fight, the guy that the tough dude. I'm thinking back in my younger day, the hip hop guy.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Well, what about the hip hop guy?
Well, they usually had this. Not all of them wasn't, but they had this I'm hard persona.
Okay. Okay.
You know, not saying they all really were, but that's how they acted. Also, hey fellas, feel free to help me out up in this joint. No, it just really depends. Like,
well, you named a few things, and I'm about to tell you what those characteristics are, but what they really should represent. But they just choose them because that's what it is. But it's just like having a scale and use it for bad versus good. So the first thing you said was they hustlers.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's just translation for I know how to make sure I have access to things that I need by any means necessary. So if you take that negatively and put it on the positive side, okay, that means that that person is going to make sure that household is taken care of. Somebody that's going to make sure that we're going to eat, we're going to have food on the table, clothes, whatever, right? So hustler, provider. We just talk about finances right now in terms of when I say provider, financial provider. Now you said they act hard. Okay. That's saying that he's masculine, right? Mm-hmm. And over here is every woman wants to feel like she's safe. He's hard. They usually keep themselves fit because they don't want to be known as no punk. You know, they know how to step up to somebody and back them down when they disrespectful or they not playing or whatever. And they may do certain things or make sure someone's taken care of. They're protectors, just like Rock said. They're the protector. Every woman wants to know that she feels safe with her man, right? Okay. And then what was the other one? You said hustler, act hard, or whatever.
Gotta dress a certain way.
Everybody wants somebody with swag. Let me tell you something. I don't
No,
care.
it wasn't just swag. Well, yeah, it was. It was a different type of swag. You right.
Everybody, I mean, swag is swag, but everybody's swag is different. But nobody wants somebody that nobody else wants. I don't care what. There's some people say that's not true. No, you don't. There's something about that person that somebody else like, or you just using them. One of the two.
Mhm.
There are qualities that the bad boy has that fits what most women are looking for in their man. There's different levels to it, of course, right?
Mhm.
And then it's the same thing vice versa. You know, these you know, guys are looking for someone that's going to make them feel special, right?
Mhm.
Because men always has to be the protector. They're always the one covering everybody else. Who's going to cover them? So they need a woman that's going to speak life into them, right? Let them know that they're doing a good job.
Like
Let them know that even if it's okay for him to fail every now and again, as long as you're not waddling in your pity, you get your ass up and get back to it. I'm here. I'm here with you. I'm gonna help you do it, type thing. You know, this woman, does she act like a lady? Is she respectful of herself? Those sort of things. You know what I mean? So, those are the things that, you know, that women look at. You know, but do they pick the same type of men? Yeah, they just don't know how to pick them. They're choosing characteristics, but those characteristics are being used for the wrong reasons. You know, they're not being used for what they want them used for. They think that they can take the bad boy and change them into husband material, which that might not necessarily be the case now. Unless, you know, if you want to get with Ray Ray, that's fine, because Boonquisha can get with Ray Ray and they live happily ever after. Because they both hood. You know what I mean? They both hustling and they both fighting and all that type of stuff on the street. That's what they doing.
What's her name again? Boonquisha.
Look, I just said Boonquisha because I don't know nobody named Boonquisha, but my brother's name is Ray Ray, so I have a right to say Ray Ray.
Oh shit.
But
so,
if that's the way it is, and there's always somebody for somebody. There's always somebody for somebody.
I think I remember when the bad boy was the thing, like what you were just talking. Being the bad boy was the thing, and being the straight and narrow guy, the nerd, was kind of not what people wanted. Now I think it seemed like, has there been a shift, Tanya? Do people don't really want the bad boy? Now they want not necessarily the straight and narrow. You just kind of converted everybody from the perception of bad boy and how it went over to the other side. I would say, to me, this is just my opinion. When you have a quote unquote bad boy mind, but you can live the straight and narrow situation, that's what I think. That's when I think you have not no fakeness. I ain't talking about no fake stuff, just everything real. You know, me personally, can I get out in the streets? Yeah. Can I sit in the boardroom? Yeah, I can do both. And I think, has that become what people are looking for? Because that protector, I done seen some straight up dudes get their ass whooped in seconds.
Look, hey, I mean, everybody can't fight.
Right.
Everybody can't fight, but that's why you have access to resources. You have access to, he said, boom, Quisha. That's why you have access to resources. Okay. Like what Glorilla says she got her cousins that keep their Glock. It's like she not doing no fighting. She got folks around her for that. Let them come at you. Because I ain't fighting you. You ain't messing up my hair, my nails, or my outfit, or my face. I'm gonna let somebody else who's not afraid to go to jail whoop your tail and be done. And that's it. I just think that people who don't know how to protect themselves need to have friends who do. That's all.
And you know, I was just really messing with the can't fight stuff, but I just really think there's been a shift in what people, but again, the commitment. That's where the whole problem is coming in. You know, why men won't commit. And now I'm gonna bring up one after I read this comment. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? That's a good question because the cow is expensive. Leave the cow, just get the milk. But hey, a Prince Daniel, are a lot of cows, are they now just giving up the milk without you getting the whole cow? I think, what did you think, Tanya?
I don't know. I think nowadays people are smarter and they're like, yeah, you could get a little bit of this milk, but you might not be getting you might not be getting the fresh milk. Somebody else might be getting the milk too.
Yeah, somebody talked about expired milk earlier.
Exactly. I'll give you some expired milk after a while, especially if you're not contributing to anything.
Rex says, does she want the laid back later bad boy in her prime?
Does she want the laid back later? And oh, I see. Well, if you think about it, a lot of youngsters want whatever's hip and cool at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's even nowadays. But then again, there nowadays with the newest generation, a lot of them are not even really into it like that. Some of them are like not really into having sex. Like that's not even on their mind. Some of them don't even have significant others, boyfriends or girlfriends or lovers or whatever you want to call them. Some of them are not even focused on that. It's almost like they're focused so much on either having fun, meaning like really like other things other than they're out and they're going out or they're playing games or they're spending time with their friends and they're doing school and all this type. It's like some of them are just taking things seriously. They're not really out there having a go at each other like it was like when I was growing up. You know, I cut school to get me some. Because you know, me and my boyfriend, that was the only way me and my boyfriend was gonna hook up because our parents was home all the time. So
and that happens, you know. Now I like what Rex said, commit may be confinement.
Well, if you look at it that way, then I guess it is. But it all depends on the mindset. What's confinement? Is it confinement because you think like you can't? Let me tell you something. Sometimes people confine themselves in their relationships because they only see they're with this person and they only see that person from A through L. And they think that M through Z is out there and they can't have none of that because now they with just this person.
Mm-hmm.
But that person can be M through Z. And this is where I think is mainly on the men's side than the women's side. I think women are more apt to explore more with their man than a man is willing to explore more with his woman because in his mind, he may feel like if he does anything more with the one he chose, then he may think about them differently. You know, so perfect example. There could be certain things like okay, so let's think about some of the reasons why some men want to have multiple women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say with their wife, they think about vanilla sex, you know, just very regular, you know, like your usual, what you see on TV, right? Nothing extremely passionate or nothing like that. It's just, it is what we do. We take care of the house. We have fun with the kids. We do family stuff or whatever, right? We drive in a minivan and all this stuff. Then it's like the side chick or the other ones, that's where they have all the fun, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is the one where, you know, he got her hanging from the rafters. You know, they got the swing in the room. You know, she dressing cosplay for a little playtime. You know, they in there having passionate kissing sessions or whatever, and they going on exotic trips and all this type of stuff. Well, that's because they confined their person into that box of the regular of their mindset of what a marriage is supposed to be versus this is my woman, and if this is what I like to do, it should be a part of this, right?
Mhm.
But there are some men who view a woman who would do that as that's not wife material. Like a wife is not supposed to be thinking that way. You're not supposed to be doing those things. You're not supposed to be kissing our children with the same mouth you doing this with. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm saying
What they got, a detachable mouth?
there are some men who feel like they can't do certain things or have fun with their wife.
Mhm.
You know, and the same thing vice versa with some women may be a little crude and they're like whatever, but if you got papers on this person, I'd be like, hey, if I want you to toss it up, then you need to toss it up. Then that's what the Bible said.
What the Bible say, Tony? What the Bible say? Hey, I just want to know what the Bible said.
I'm
about
gonna let Kizzy and Dez answer that one.
Hey, yeah, hey, kids and Desmond, y'all hear what the Bible said about tossing it up? I ain't never seen that scripture, that verse. Hey, I want to thank, and I just pulled up. That's why I kind of was looking around. I pulled up my the actual live because back here we can't see it. And I want to thank always that girl. I got a text from one of the executive team saying that you had sent jewels. I want to thank, or gifts or whatever the things called. So thanks for that. Appreciate it. And thank all of y'all for being here, man. It was a perfect time because Tanya over here talking about tossing it up. But hey, look at this here. I treat my women like a queen. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm very loyal and respectful towards my partner. I got my own fresh milk. I don't need a cow for that.
Okay, well, he said he treat my women. That's plural. PD, did you mean just one? I'm just asking because he might have meant to put women.
He said he got his own fresh milk. He don't need a cow. So he got a bunch of what they used to have in New York, the little cave with the little milk bottles. He got a bunch of milk bottles. That's what I'm reading out of. Hey, Prince Daniel, man, you gotta help us out there. But I'm gonna go with Prince Daniel saying a woman like a queen.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm gonna look at it as just one. He's very loyal because you can't be loyal to a whole bunch of people. And respectful. I guess maybe I don't know. I ain't getting caught up in all this, but towards my partner. So I think it's just one.
Yeah.
So okay. I don't want to try to dissect it too much. Now, Fatima said we could drop the mic right here.
Yep.
A man won't commit to a woman he doesn't want.
Correct.
Hashtag drop the mic. Now, when I think of commit, Tanya, I think of I don't care where you are, what you're doing, ain't nobody else. I'm not gonna have multiple situations or multiple women or multiple nothing because that's what I look at as a commitment. I ain't talking about, but is a commitment only a verbal / physical commitment? I mean, are there other types of commitment? And I'm trying to make sure I word this the right way. Like if I see that one, I'm committed. I'm committed mentally. I'm committed how I move, how I move through. I control my own schedule. I work for Points Blank Network, so I may do things because I'm committed to that individual. Mm-hmm. Some people aren't willing. They'll say they're committed to and I'm speaking of a man, say they're committed to their woman, but are they all the way committed, or is there levels of commitment? And you know are you getting what I'm saying here? What I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Now, in terms of levels, there's gonna be levels, but that's what it still goes back to. That's not a commitment, though.
Exactly. If it's levels, but see, some people swear they are committed, and some women will say, and it goes both ways, y'all. We titled it man and woman and all that, but it goes both ways. Some people will say my person's committed because they do that in the third, but that's just really a partial commitment.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
So, so how many people are really committed? The percentage we don't know. I mean,
we don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's something, and that's why we do these for people to think, you know. And we ain't trying to break nobody up. You know, don't go after this show. You know, me and that time, hey, are you really committed to me? Don't be doing that. Hey, we need two people on the screen. I want to know if you kind of see that happen, man. Watching movies and TV shows and stuff. All right. The next one here, Tay, says some men won't commit to a woman because he really
want a man. There you go.
Ooh, Lord.
She said some.
Yeah, I'm glad I committed a heartbeat.
Saying, hey,
but
some go both ways.
Yeah,
they just want to have fun.
Who's leading? Who's following? Or is it an early realization that it is team us season?
That is true.
That's a lot of what's missing right there.
Yeah, but you know what? Let me tell you what one of the problems is. With the leading and the following. I don't care whether it's a man or a woman. You can't follow a parked car.
Ooh, wait, say that again, tell you.
If the car isn't moving, who the hell is you who's following you where? You parked. So if you're in a relationship and if the man doesn't have vision and doing things to move things forward, but the woman does, that'll move the family forward, then just get in the damn passenger seat and keep it moving if it works for y'all, right? So with the following and the same thing with being submissive, let me tell you something. I would love to not put my thinking cap on at all. Like, I look at some of these women on TV, they don't know what the mortgage is. They don't know what the bank is. They don't know how the bill's getting paid. They don't know how much is getting paid. Nothing. All they know is they take care of the house. They go to the bank. Money is there. Everything is taken care of. They doing their part, but they don't have to think about certain things or whatever. Because things is just moving. Investments, he's setting investments up and all this type of stuff. They going on. Just turn your brain off. But the problem is this: you can't turn your brain off totally because it's not really meant for one person to lead. Because when you lead, even if you look at King, the king always has a right hand, right? And the right hand is there and he has advisors. You know why? The king don't know every damn thing. The king don't know everything everywhere. He may need to think strategically and be able to know which way to go, but he's not making those decisions by himself. He's supposed to have his team with him. So whenever it's something that they're unsure about, they have a little discussion. Maybe this person's mind is better here. Well, then get some information from that person, and then you put that together with yours, and then y'all move forward and move it. But the problem is nobody wants to follow. Everybody want to be named the freaking leader. So then the leader just be like, I may not know everything, but I'm going to do everything, whether it's right, it's wrong, or whether I mess it up or I don't. And I don't need nobody else telling me nothing. You just stay over there and do your part and let me handle all of this. Okay. Well, why would you do that? So, I think it needs team us is really what it is. You just got to know who's going to lead which situations when they come up. Evaluate and assess all of your strengths and weaknesses in your house in your relationship, just like you would do at work, and then you work together to beat those weaknesses and those threats. You know what I mean? So you can go ahead and continue to grow. But I agree.
You know, you got a prop coming up next, tell you what, you got a whole bunch of them throughout the show. Mind over matter should lead the relationship. Identify each other's talents and skills and build that foundation. And that's a big thing. I like what you just said. And like everybody wants to lead. And I'm going back to I'm gonna combine my personal life and my professional life. In the military, and I know Timmy can probably relate to this, I spent the majority of my career being a leader. And even when I got out and became a sales director, I spent majority of that time in that profession as a leader. But I realized it took a while, but I realized I wasn't nothing because I didn't want to listen to my people. I had to listen and get input. And like Tanya just said, the king had the people around him. And then in my personal life, when I decided to start listening, I became a better person. So I mean, everybody has skills, kind of like Rack is saying, and everybody have talents, and they may not be the same. One person may be good at this, the other partner may be good at that. But if you can combine and become a unstoppable force, that's when the real, like us season, what Rack said earlier. See, I knew I wasn't the only one. Fatima said, wow, you can't follow a parked car. Lord Jesus, thank you for T's words of wisdom. I'm telling you, man, that hit me. I never heard of it. I'd heard a lot. Hey, what's up? She's Natural. Hey, what's going on? She's Natural Homestead. Thank you for being here. Hey, we got 39 real homies in the crib, 39 people. Yep. Leaders know how to identify leaders. That's a true statement right there. That is a true statement. If I won't even get deep into that. Rack, that's a true statement. If you're a leader, you can recognize another leader, and they may not even be at that leader level yet. What do you think, Tanya? Now,
that is true. And sometimes people are offended by their own inability. I put it to you this way. Taking care of a household requires multiple people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm talking about being able to take care of it and still have your peace of mind. You need more than one person doing it, especially if there's more than one person in it. Mm-hmm. And even in the real world, outside in life, period, everybody wants to be the top dog, right? Whether they can be the top dog or not. They're like, everybody wants to be a doctor. Well, you might not be able to be a doctor. It's okay that you work for the sanitation department. Do you not realize they make good money? They got damn good benefits. And guess what? They only work a certain number of hours a day. It may be the stinkingest job, but guess what? The world can't function without them. So it is a guaranteed job. Like, everybody wants to be the one in the suit, the one making, like what everyone considers, top tier. But the thing is, you may not be able to lead every damn thing. Okay, you may be able to lead these three things, but you may not be able to lead these other two things. And you just need to be okay with that. But not everybody wants to give up leadership at certain times. They always want to be in control. Sometimes it's okay, but you can't lead without serving. How you gonna lead without serving people? How do you know what it means to lead if you've never served anybody?
You don't. You have to be a server or servant, whatever you want to call it, to be able to lead, because you got to know, at least I feel like you have to know how to take care of the people you're going to be leading.
There you go. Exactly.
You have to know how to take care of the people you're going to be leading. And that goes back to this whole topic we're having. Are some men afraid of commitment because they don't know how to lead, or they feel like they don't know how to lead, or they really don't know how to lead, whatever the case may be? So are they running from commitment and jumping from person to person to person to person and never getting to that commitment level. Because once you get to that commitment level, at some point you got to lead. I don't care if you part-time leading and the wife part, the girl, the friend is part-time leading, the lady friend, the wife, whatever. Both y'all may lead, but at one point you're going to be called upon to lead. And is that a reason a lot of men won't commit? They don't know how to be a leader. I honestly say, I got married at 22 years old. Did I know how to be a leader? Hell, I couldn't even lead myself. No, I'm being real. But here I am talking about, I'm married, I got a ring, I got a wife, but I was nowhere near a leader of anybody's house, especially mine. I wasn't, I'm being real. Now, through trials and tribulation, I think I'm a damn good leader, but I had to be a servant first. And I jumped from, I don't know what boat, I jumped from one boat to just the married boat. I skipped some boats in between the two. So that's just my 2 cents on there. Hey, Game Master told me at the job, he just want to be the middle dog with a comfortable life. And I didn't want to get too deep on the job. We did, correlate the two, but a lot of times, man, they go together. I mean, I hear people say all the time, and I didn't realize this, but marriage, relationships, whatever you want, a real relationship with a commitment. I ain't talking about these popcorn relationships. That is work.
Yes, it is.
It is work. Not 2 times a week work. It's work every day. It's work. And a lot of people, and I think when people, men and women, realize that the relationship is work, that's when the commitment start to fade. Oh, I ain't ready for all of this. I don't want to do all this. So, man, let me get out of here before y'all hear me pumping up this. We ain't having no part 3. It was hard enough to remember what we were in part 2.
We got some time before we go. We got 3 more questions and that's it.
That's it. Well, I must got the wrong version because I got about 9.
No, you looking up back at what we already talked about at the last.
Probably. Now, did we talk about standards being too high?
No, we didn't get there yet.
Okay.
That was one
Let me let you run this here little old park. That way, that'll be easy because I'm lost over here.
No, you good. Go on, bring up your part.
Hey, what up? Timmy does everything. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. How that car doing, man? The cars, rather. Yes. How's everybody doing today? Great co-host team, man. Thank you. Valid content. Appreciate it. Hey, I'll be checking you out, man. Speaking of which, y'all, I forgot about 140 subscribers to hit 1,000. TNT Connect. We both have other channels that are where they need to be, but we're trying to do something different. So, hey, subscribe. TNT Connect, which is Tanya and Timmy Connect. TNT, not no and, but N. And points with an S, blank experience. Subscribe. We appreciate it. Y'all call it a shameless plug, whatever they call it. I'm going to say it. So, all right, Tanya, I'm going to let you run this here. Wait, hold on. We got something in here. Hey, but that means a lot, man. Great co-host team, valid content.
Thank you.
That means a lot. All right, so Fatima said respect, intimacy, communication, understanding, and trust. All 5 is needed for a successful marriage.
Yep.
If God, a believer, leads your life, add him to the 5, but put him first and center. So let me make sure. Respect, yep. Intimacy, yeah, can't be none of that get yours and leave stuff. I'm stuck on that part right there. Communication, understanding, and trust.
Right. I think the intimacy need to go at the end because if there's no respect, if you can't communicate with each other and you don't understand, you can't trust anybody, then that intimacy go out the window because be like, don't even talk to me. Now, then again, there are people who be like, they'll still want it even when they mad with the other person. So,
not me. I ain't gonna be talking about don't touch me. I'm just no. I don't like being mad though, but I agree with you, Tanya. Now, if I had to put this in order, respect. If I don't respect you, I can't even communicate with you. I ain't trying to understand nothing. I ain't trying to trust you.
That's
We
it.
ain't
Yeah.
doing nothing. We ain't, their
Respect.
respect, Fatima got respect in the right place. Now, maybe I can, but I got to be able to talk to you.
Yeah, that communication got, and it's not just talking to somebody, it's understand.
Yeah, that
People-
what's next. Understanding.
People misinterpret what communication is. Communication isn't just, did you hear what I said?
What?
No, it's not did you hear it? Are you listening to me? Meaning listening to what I'm saying,
To understand, not hearing
how I'm saying it, what is my emotion when I'm saying it? Are you hearing the message I'm trying to portray to you? Because a lot of times some people just automatically assume what you're trying to say to them. And they've already conjured up their response before they even had a chance to listen to everything that you're trying to say.
They're hearing to respond instead of listening to understand.
Correct. Exactly.
And that happens probably 95% of the time, especially if it's a good old argument. Oh man, what's gonna be my comeback? You ain't heard nothing.
Yeah.
You heard it, but you ain't listening to it,
Mm-mm.
And like you said, that nonverbal communication. Because if I'm talking to somebody and I need to be really listening, and their lips start quivering, I know they mad as hell. They
get ready to cry, man. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. So it's non, and a lot of people really don't understand nonverbal communication. And I've learned over the years, going back to my mother, a woman can walk in the house, walk in a certain way, sit her purse down a certain way, and you could tell whether she had a good day or a bad day if you're really paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really paying attention, the way she walk in the house, sit her keys, or if they're not in the purse, and sit that purse down. I learned that from my mom. So
you knew when y'all was gonna get your ass whooped.
well, my mom smoked. We do not even breathe loud until she had this cigarette, man.
Oh.
I used to tell my little brother, don't even look at her, man. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Don't ask no question. He was like this too, Jay. He loved to talk, man. So, wait, Sugar Plum said, "How you gonna win when you ain't right with Den?" Ain't that a song?
Yep. Sure is.
So Prince Daya said, I done had multiple partners before that one. I done tried multiple milk before I found the right whole chocolate milk. Okay, I think I'm reading between the lines. Ever since that chocolate milk has been my favorite ever since. Okay, so you'd had all kind of flavor.
He done had all kinds of milk until he found the right milk.
And you sound like you was at Baskin and Robbins there.
I know, right? 31 flavors.
All right, so man, what we at here? All right, all facts. Intimacy is about transparency. Learning the depth of one another is the phase of relationships that will determine duration.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all spend some game. I mean,
let me tell you something. Most of that is the reason why, the guys who always got all the girls, they didn't learn much because they didn't have to practice anything. But then the ones that didn't get all the girls, they're usually the ones that knew how to listen, knew how to pay attention, knew just what to say, knew when to go over and talk to them, be able to console them because they knew something was wrong, because they noticed it, because the other guy is too busy. Like, she said she all right. Okay, bye, y'all. You know what I mean? But then they like, I know you said you was all right, but some just tell me it's not. Talk to me. Those be the ones getting it. Those be the ones getting it. And that's how you know.
But you can be a cool dude and ask those questions, because if you paying attention,
the cool dude don't ask the question. The cool dude, the cool dude asks questions when something's obvious. We're not talking about obvious. Okay, we're talking. Okay, obvious is the cool dude may see a girl crying in the corner, and he go over there. Oh, who done broke your heart, baby? Talk to me about it. Can I go talk to him for you? However, thanks Fatima. My drinking channel is my other channel too. So if you into cocktails, go on subscribe to Adventures of Spirits. That's my drinking channel.
Even if you ain't into it, go over there because it's fun.
A lot more of this and how to and those types of videos here and lives. But the quiet one, the one that's not so popular, he's the one where I can be sitting here and I say everything is fine and I'm not crying. And then they may go, I don't know. Your eyes don't shine like they normally do, or your smile was a little crooked, blah, blah, blah. Now they want to check. That's for real though.
But see, no, because if the cool dude was to say, well, your eyes ain't glistening like they usually do.
No, but no. But he wouldn't know to say that. That's what I'm saying. Because if someone's sitting in the corner looking okay, he has no reason to spit that game. But the one who's paying attention knows they may not be crying, but something's wrong. So let me just go.
See, I was that cool dude that paid attention.
You was the cool dude that paid attention? I don't know. I wouldn't know. But like you said, you went from Arkansas to California. So you probably didn't get cool till you got to California.
Oh, no. I was cooler than a fan in Arkansas. I was actually cooler than the air conditioner on low in Arkansas. Now, when I got to California, hey, when I got to California, the temperature went up. I wasn't too cool out there. It took a while because I was super popular. Now, that's another thing. I want to talk about these men who won't commit. I think opportunities and location come to play. Like,
yes,
when I was in Arkansas, and we're talking about the younger Rod, for anybody out there that want to judge. When I was in Arkansas,
in a little pond,
I was quick to commit because there wasn't a lot of options.
Oh, okay.
When I got to California, and it was like 2 million decks of cards, who cared about committing because you had all the fish out there? So I think location. Now, this is a younger version. Now, I think as you get, like you said earlier, experienced, mature, I don't care about all that ish right now. I don't care. Big ponds, little ponds. But I think now I'll tell you another one. Job. A lot of men may not commit because of their job. What about the guy who has trust issues and every time he gone, he can't even keep a job because he worried about what his woman doing at home?
Oh, yeah. There's folk that do that too. That to me, how can you function when you can't even do what you need to do and focus because you so worried about what somebody else may be doing? Then you don't need to be with the person.
Now I'm gonna tell you another one. What about the military men that won't commit?
Oh, I don't know about none of them because every time you turn around, they all married. Married.
Well, I think it's because they got tired of running around.
Then they'll still do stuff.
Well, I think it depends on the branch because I know in the Navy you have
just stop.
No, I'm gonna tell you now. This ain't got nothing to do with what me and Timmy normally talk about. In the Navy, you move around quite a bit. It's just like, okay, you take a lot of cruises.
Mm-hmm.
When you pull into a port right now on a Royal Caribbean or a Carnival, you're there for 8 hours.
Yeah.
When you're in the Navy, you pull in, you're there 4, 5, 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a 4-day relationship if you want.
Sure can.
And then leave. And then you go. I remember, I think it was 1992. I went to 14 cities, 8 countries in 6 months. And the longest I spent out to sea was 2 weeks.
Mm.
Man, you ain't even had time for a commitment. Now, when you got back home, maybe you was committed until you left again. And that's why I said a job. But more so that person that trusts that some people can't even work in the same city. And without going home or calling home 5,000 times.
Yeah.
What you doing? You're in the bathroom, you're in the kitchen, what you doing? Man, come on. Yeah. If you got it, and that's not, forget that. That's unfair to the person you with. You know, you
And
driving this person crazy. You over accidentally. Okay, hold up. See, Keisha said most of them got married because of the benefits.
the benefits ain't even that much.
No, not why
When
you
you get
live.
married,
No.
it ain't now what it does do, it does improve your housing
Mhm.
because you're with somebody so they don't have to bunk you with someone else.
Now I tell you, I know from when I was in back then there was a certain allowance you got if you were married, going
Mhm.
along with the housing portion. But
Yeah.
there were agreements. This is
Yeah,
why
but
we doing this, but we're gonna do our own. Yeah. So all right.
it wasn't that much more money.
Yeah, depending on where you live. And yeah, it depends. Like I know when I was in
Head on a swivel.
wait, oh yeah, hold up. Yep, when you get to Cali, if your head not on a swivel, it will once.
It will once you hit LA.
I'm telling you, man, it was different than being in Arkansas. The extra money, yeah. And I'm telling you, like the housing allowance when I was in San Francisco was the highest in the nation. And I think New York or something like that was like I'm not
That's where
mistaken.
my nephew started out, but he's over in Italy now.
I want to say just for the housing portion of it was like 4,000, 3,800, 4,000 a month on top of your other pay.
Mm.
And if you played it right, you would come out ahead. But hey, who would do exactly? All right. Appreciate you being here. Hey, y'all, for everybody that's not been here before, please hit that subscribe button. We do this this is gonna be like a church announcement. Every second and third Monday, we do this. I'm trying to get Tanya to do it every Monday, but she has other obligations. But every second and third Monday, man, we do it this, and usually it's going to be extremely debatable and highly opinionated, but we want to hear people's opinions. That's why Tanya and I do this. And I want to correct something that Tanya said earlier. If you go to her other channel, it's more than just drinking. They have a lot of fun over there. I don't even drink, and I'm over there. That goes to tell you. I mean, and I watch a drinking video just in case I have some company or something. Hey, I saw you. I meant to tell Keisha from Just Asking for a Friend. I saw your video about all the different utensils.
About the bar tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing because I knew she had won one of the giveaways and she got it and she didn't know what the hell was in there. I said, this video will help out.
Yeah, I forgot to tell. I saw it late last night. One reason why men won't commit, my word, is stuck. They don't want to be tied to one person. Greed. Greed. Hey, good night, Jerry. I see your comments. Says sweet dreams. Thank you for an enjoyable conversation. Thank you for being here as always. Hopefully, we see you in the classroom tomorrow night.
So let me tell you, I was at what time is it? 10:49. Okay, it's late enough. So
yeah.
I don't know why during this conversation, I was just thinking about Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor, on one of his stand-ups, he was talking about a joke about him getting caught cheating from his wife. And his wife was telling him, you know, you lying, motherfucker. You was out there cheating, da, 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 da. And he was like, what did he say? He said, well, you know, I think he said I got tired of just one piece of one coochie. I wanted some more coochie. She said, well, if your dick was a little longer, you could find some new pussy here.
Yeah. Woo! Boy, oh man, how long we been on? I gotta remember this. Oh, wait, it's at the end. I remember that. Boy,
you better not.
I would never do that. If they ain't catch it live or on the replay, I ain't gonna do you like
YouTube
that.
would be like, eh.
No, I would never do you like that. Damn.
But I laugh so hard every time I think about it. She said, well, if it was a little longer, you'd be able to find some new stuff here.
See, me and Rank think alike, man. He cracking up over there.
Richard Pryor is ridiculous. Do you hear me? I miss him. I really do miss him.
You know what? I'm gonna say something on this commitment thing. I grew up in the house with one of the biggest players on the planet.
Mm.
My father was a player from the Himalayas. Jerome didn't have nothing on him.
Okay.
And you know, they said that the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Oh Lord.
Now, I'm gonna go in a whole different direction than what you think
Okay.
I'm going to say. I can vividly remember my mom,
Mm-hmm.
her face
Mm-hmm.
when he would come home whenever, smelling like whoever.
Oh.
Had a whole house lit up with all kind of perfumes that my mom didn't have, and living in a small town.
Mm-hmm.
And she worked at the high school, and
Mm.
everybody knew everybody's business.
See, and that's the part. I'm gonna let you finish, but that just be the part that.
That right there, looking at her face, and only as I became a mature adult, only imagining the turmoil that she had to go through,
Mm-hmm.
not just being at home alone. She had little dogs and shit, but that didn't really work, you know. But to go to her job and have to face, no one was brave enough to say anything where she could hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure the looks, the
Right.
stares, feeling. Somebody mentioned confinement earlier. Feeling confined, because if you lash out to any student,
Yeah.
they will come back at you with a vengeance of what your husband doing, what he been
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
who he
yeah.
been- You're on lockdown in your own life. So
Mm.
that alone made me not ever want to put anyone through that.
Mm.
So
Okay.
see, I told you I was gonna give you a twist.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now, what was you gonna say?
I was gonna say next question.
Yeah, all right.
So we about to come into the closing segments now.
All right, good. Oh yeah, we are
So-
there.
So what boundaries, y'all, do you think women should set early on so they're not stuck with this commitment piece? Being a victim of the non-commitment. What boundaries should women set early on in the dating relationship? I'll put it that way. And also, what's the biggest lesson women should take away from dating a man who won't commit?
Well, I think it starts. Does a woman want to be committed as well? What level of commitment does the woman want? I think that's
Right.
we're going to
Yeah,
start with some communication. We're going to start with talking about, okay, we need to talk. What level of commitment are we expecting?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what are you looking for? What am I looking for? Let's lay it on the table. If you want to have a whatever, then we need to establish that. And then both parties need to see, is this something I want to deal with if we're not going to have a commitment?
Mm-hmm.
If we are going to have a commitment, you still have to put it on the table. And I think that's why I went back earlier and said, you know, you have to, that partial commitment stuff, it can't be just that. You can't just sit up here and say, I'm committed, and the words sound cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
The man or the woman has first you need to know the definition of commitment. Do y'all have the same damn definition of commitment?
Right. Exactly.
If it may be two different definitions. If that's the case, we got to get on one accord. What are we going to be doing here? And that I don't even have to drag it out. That's just, I want to see what the chat is saying about that.
Mm-hmm.
And look like Rising Power, Richard Power, the art of truth telling. Yep. Just asking for a friend, Keisha. And I keep saying both of those, y'all, because Keisha is my other co-host on the other show. So sometimes I say the name just like I said, Tanya, but it's Event Yours, now TNT Connect, so I'm all confused. You should ask that person what they're looking for. And if they tell you a fun time, not a long time, and you know that that's not what you're looking for, then move on.
That's right.
I'm going to put a twist on that, though. Most people won't tell you they want a fun time. They're gonna make it look like they want a long time.
But they can have a long time, but you can have a fun time for a long time.
Yes. Because and I know what Keisha's saying here. Like, what are you looking for longevity? Or are you just looking for something to do this year and next year?
Right. And just be honest about it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. It's like people are afraid to be honest about it because they don't want to not have this person as an option. Just say, hey, I'm just looking for a fun time right now. I'm not looking for anything serious. That is not hard to say. And trust me, give her that option. And if she wants to deal with you, she knows exactly what it is.
See, I've heard a lot of females over the years say, just tell me what you want and give me the opportunity. But a lot of times when you say, hey, I just want a good time, I want a fun time, or whatever the case, a lot of people are saying, hey, just be upfront with me. But usually that's not going to cut it. I mean, I really don't think.
What you mean it's not?
I don't think most women, they ain't going for that. I ain't saying all, I just say most. Some.
Oh, yeah, but so what? They don't have to. The whole thing is just like she's weeding out what she doesn't want, he should be weeding out what he doesn't want. If he's not looking for a relationship and she is, then he should not be. That should be even more reason for him to say, I'm just looking to have fun.
Well, let me go back to Arkansas Rod, Tony, because Arkansas Rod didn't want nobody that wanted no fun time, a bunch of fun times. No, let's do a long time, you know, because you can have a whole lot of fun times. I mean, that's the Arkansas Rod that still lives today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I got to be willing to give what I'm asking for.
Right, exactly. Now, this is the fun part, though. Most of the guys who say that and they meet their match, they meet a woman that's going to meet their energy and be like, hey, I just want fun time too. Those be the ones pussy whip.
I was going to say, most dudes scared of that.
Because they can't handle that because that's not what they want. They want the woman that's going to call them and do all that type of stuff or whatever. And then the man can't deal with it. And it's the same thing, vice versa. A woman will be like, okay, he just want to have fun. Okay, I'll have fun with him. I'm not going to get serious. And then they get rolling around in the bed enough times and now she catching feelings. Because, you know, women are emotional creatures, you know, so then she was like, oh, I can change him. I don't think so. See,
that's what Keisha's saying. A lot of women think that they can change a man's mind, but you should believe him when he tells you that he don't want a relationship. Yeah.
That's right. When he tell you the first time, that's it.
Now, do people change their mind? Do they at first they don't want a relationship? I mean, we know they do, but I'm just putting it out there. Let's say this guy, and it ain't about no PW, it ain't about nobody being whipped. This guy at first don't want a relationship, but he really don't. But then he hang out with this woman. He look at everything else that's out there, which is not equating to much. And he realized, hey, I have a good thing here. We have to put intimacy in it because that's what Fatima did. So the intimacy, the understanding, the trust, the communicate, everything's there. And now they want a relationship.
They or him?
Him. He wants a relationship. Now he realized, hey man, I have a good thing here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want one at first, but I'm looking at all other options out there. And this here is it. This is not a good option. This is the best. This is the option. Is that possible? I don't know. I'll just be thinking.
So, I mean, guys catch feelings too. They do. They catch feelings because it might be somebody who, and most of the time, if they're both agreeing to have fun, what he's really finding that he likes is this is a woman that's not all over him. Somebody who's different from the other women who he is probably dealing with, because even though he just wants to play, they really want something serious, but then he meets somebody who is just playing just like he's playing. So men always want what they can't have. So
I'm sorry, go ahead, tell you I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
I'm looking back, like a lot of times people will say, well, I don't want to, commit or show feelings or show emotions, because that's not how it was where I grew up or in my household, which for me it was totally the opposite, because I didn't see that, or saying I love you in my house was almost like cursing somebody out. You know, you didn't hear it a lot. So, and I knew that wasn't right, and it made no sense to me. So that's something that I genuinely wanted. I wasn't about to love everybody like Michael Jackson, you know, at the concert, I love you too and all that. But I think sometimes it could be the opposite of what people are thinking. You know, I grew up this way, and my just like I said earlier, my father was a platinum playboy. This dude had a platinum card for player. But that's not who I wanted to be. Just because I saw that didn't mean I had to turn out to be that. So
Right. Okay.
Got
What's
to
up, Bill?
What up, Bill? See you in the house. What's going on, brother? Good live earlier. If you tell the truth up front, people get scared. You will sound desperate. See, that boy, that's a good point. That's kind of what I was trying to say earlier, but couldn't get the word right. Like, so what do you do? What do you do, Miss Cheryl? What do you do? If you can't lie up front, you can't tell the truth up front, what do you do?
No, I don't think. I mean, I think she's talking about like if a woman says, "Well, she's looking for marriage," she's thinking that a guy would be like, "Ooh, you talk about marriage already? We just drinking some Starbucks. What you talking about?" Well, you know, I think that how you start that conversation matters, so a person won't get scared, so they know it's nothing but a conversation. You know, because the whole thing is to find out, what is this person's intent from dating? Dating has to have a purpose. You would think, right? But some people don't date with a purpose. Hell, some people go to work without a purpose. You know, they just, whatever I feel like doing today, whatever job I have today, that's it. You know, whether it's going to progress into something or it doesn't, I'm fine with that. And some people live their life that way. But living your life with intention matters. So I totally get what Cheryl's saying. You know, you don't have to tell somebody something from day one unless you know you on a time frame, you know. But like I said, usually those are usually more mature people are doing those things, not the younger ones. The younger ones are scared. They're worried they're going to chase somebody away by saying what their intentions are, you know? And so my thing is, if your intention is not to get married, I say, let's just say it happens in a year, then you don't need to be bringing up the fact that you're looking to get married. You just say you dating then. I'm just dating. I'm not looking for anything serious right now, because that woman might find a man that's like, ooh, I'm looking for marriage too. And let me tell you, when a man is serious about marriage and you are the one he want to marry, he ain't gonna wait no year. He'll pop the question in 3 months quickly sometime. So are you ready for that? You know what I mean? So if you're not ready to get married within the next month, if it's asked of you, not saying, I'm just stating, then you just say, I'm just dating right now. I just want companionship. I like to travel. Maybe I might get a travel buddy, or hey, I like to go out and go to concerts, looking for someone to have, you know, go out and we can socialize and have fun together. You know, sometimes I might need a little something, and we can do something without, you know, no feelings getting involved or whatever, but just be upfront about it. But some people are not going to do that. But I'm not, nobody saying you're supposed to share every single last thing on the first, you know.
You remember that episode we did about online dating, and when we first started this show, I know it was a lot of people on this online dating put in their profile, you know, what they thought people wanted to hear. And it goes in real life too. I'm gonna say everything, and I tested the water. Oh, I love travel. Where you want to go? Couldn't answer. Couldn't answer.
See, Right.
So right now we just subtracted 20 points. You're already to a B and you barely hanging on to that, you know. So it goes to what Michelle is saying right here. Is that true? Ain't nobody gonna tell the truth. I don't know if I agree with that part. I think you have people out there, but somebody said earlier, and I've been looking and I can't find it. Be upfront, and it may have been right. Be upfront and let the chips fall as they may.
That's right.
Don't try to play chess and say what you think the person want to hear, do what you think they want to be done, because the cookie gonna crumble sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm trying to say something like Tanya said about the car parked and all that stuff. So, but I don't know. I think you have to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But because to me, if you start off with a lie, like my mom said, you keep on with the lie, and then you catch some feelings, this car ain't gonna have no reverse.
Mm-hmm.
This car gonna only go one way, and that's driving forward. It ain't gonna be no going back trying to correct all these damn lies you done told.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, you know. But I know what Michelle is saying. All right, current culture says we all got options in time. Real life shows us that if you move in intention, you control the quality of time.
That's right.
And I'm gonna tell you, man,
it'll be less time wasted.
We ain't all your time, man. Every day is the last to me. I done been in some situations where I don't like wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
Time is not promised to nobody. So you might have some options, but don't think you got all the time in the world because you this age or that age, and don't think your time is shortened because you're that age. Who knows? You might be like 150. I don't know, but I think the key to this here: move in intention.
Yep.
You control the quality of time. Young people could be in the chat. Reach out to each one.
That's right.
Yeah.
They'll be listening and going, "Oh, okay, this is what I should do." Mm-hmm. Don't put up with that BS.
It's something out there you should go through all season, because be scandalous. Miss Shirley, folks ain't gonna tell you they live in their mama basement. Somebody ain't gonna get lucky.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true, and they right. So they just need to pay for a hotel, and they ain't got to tell nobody nothing.
Sooner or later, you got to go to that basement though, because you're going to run out of money or something. You're going to end up at that basement.
Look, if you living in your mama basement, hopefully you ain't losing no money.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not losing no money. So that's all.
All right. So tell you, we about at the end of this here.
Yes.
I don't think nobody answered. What's the biggest lesson women should take away from women?
Yeah, what's the biggest lesson
from dating men? I'm trying to reword this. What's the biggest lesson that people should take away from dating people who won't commit? I know the thumbnail said men, why won't men commit? But I think we've established that could go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the biggest lesson we've taken away from this whole topic? This is part 2 of we're on about what 4.5, 5 hours of this topic. So what are we taking away from this? Part 1 was 2.5. Now we're at 2.5 right now. I've taken away. There's a whole lot of ways to do it, but to me, there's only one way, and that's to be upfront, be real, state your intentions. If you want to kick it, just kick it. If you're talking about marriage down the road, state that. Don't. They say you have open-ended questions. Don't have open-ended statements. Oh, I want to get married. All right, when? 2050?
Right. Right. Like, oh, you know what? I want to get married too.
Yeah, I want generational wealth. All right, how you gonna get there? The discussions need to be in detail. That's what I take out of it. I get that. Tanya said a while ago, you don't have to say everything, or maybe Miss Cheryl, somebody said it, but you don't have to say everything on the first date, It was Tanya actually. But you got to also keep in mind you may not hear everything on the first date or the first 5 dates. You never know. You know, we so quick to put a time limit on how quick you're gonna get the draws either way.
Okay, exactly.
What about the other time limits out there? You know, oh, I'm gonna give him some in 6 months. If I don't hit that in 2 weeks, I'm gone. Okay, what about the other time limits that are out there?
Mm-hmm.
People want to talk about all the wrong stuff.
What? I mean, my takeaways are, well, just things I want folks that's listening to know who don't know, is that men will commit, but they choose who they want to commit to, and it's the same thing vice versa. So if he doesn't commit to you, it just means that you're not the one that he wants to commit to. Doesn't mean he won't commit. It just means that it ain't you, and it's okay. So move on. Second thing is women need to make their own choice on whether they're staying with someone when they won't commit.
Mm-hmm.
Stop letting it be him making the decision for you. Because if you leave it up to him, y'all just continue in the situationship as long as you allow it, basically. And the third thing is hold yourself accountable. Women, you got to hold yourself accountable for what you allow to happen, what you allow, how much time you allow to go by, and waste your years because you here trying to convince somebody that you're the prize. If you was the prize, then he would have claimed you by now. So if that's not the case, just keep it going. So those are my takeaways. Those are just the things that I hope others took away. But there's some people who put some responses to our final question in there in the chat.
Let me go up here. Which one is it, Tanya? Because I've been flying through. I'm at the bottom. I thought I
had. Hold on.
Here's
go up to where it says 11. Hold on. Okay.
Well, Tanya's looking for that because she put it
where it says 11:11, the time stamp on there.
11:11.
11:11, and then work your way down.
Okay, so I'm at 11:11 now. I got to go up a little bit. So right here, choose your poison or cure. Is that where you're at?
Yeah, starting from there. Yeah.
Okay. Your happiness matters, and be okay with the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tammy, this is the first time I've seen you here, and thank you for being here. Hit that subscribe button if you don't mind, if you like what you're hearing. Cheryl said, don't put yourself out there so quickly.
That's right.
And put yourself out there, y'all. That don't mean just physically. It could mean emotionally as well.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind.
Let me tell you what I think the problem is. I don't think folk be having enough to do. Because I don't know how people... Like, I think back and I go, I remember having 2 jobs all the time until I got married. And then I had 1. And I was just too busy to be trying to follow behind somebody. I'm at work. Like, we got together, but it was like, I'm at work right now. And his ass needed to be at work too. So I'm just wondering, like, where is all this time these people be having to be? Where you at? What do you mean where I'm at? I'm at work. Why you not at work? How about that?
This is what's doing it. Like, I know you remember back in the day when you used to call or somebody called, you had to go to a payphone.
Oh, you had to go to a payphone, or you got a busy signal when you call.
Yeah, now it's so easy to just be bugging somebody all day long. You know. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what you just said, like, for the fellas, because Tanya said something for the ladies. For the fellas, I'm not going to say the cliche of the grass is not always green on the other side or whatever. But if you find what you believe is the one, maybe absorb that. Take your time, see if that is the one. Don't be looking at all the other people out in the pasture or whatever, the cows or whatever. Take the time to see that. Like, I'll tell you, I don't care. Antonio just said busy. I could be super busy, but if I'm committed to somebody, I'm going to find time to say, hey, I was thinking about you. Or I'm going to text and say, hey, you were on my mind. I think, in addition, Tanya, to checking on people, this here just make it so easy to mess with a lot of people.
Look,
Just disrupt a whole lot of people's day. Hey,
Let
baby,
me
how
tell
you
you.
doing? Hey, baby, how you doing?
I wish there was an app that you can put a damn busy signal on it.
People would not act.
So voicemail don't work. Need you to hear.
You know what you hear, Tanya? You hear a lot of this. They be at the front door. Hey, what you doing up in there? I know you hear that phone. Wait, you can't hear the phone ringing. I got a bit. But see, people can't relate to that. I remember, man, and don't let you. I remember when my mom used to be on the phone, or we would be on the phone, and my mom trying to call.
Oh, and it was busy. Ooh.
Ooh. Right here, Cheryl said, talk, listen. Time is important. See if they have family. How do they treat them? Is your conversation positive or negative?
Agreed.
So agreed. I like this. Don't play the victim. Claim your choices and lessons.
That's right. He said
That
earlier,
is so
pick
true.
your poison or your cure. That's what he said.
You know, I could tell you, man, everybody out here can be a victim of something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, you ain't the only one. I mean, okay, you ain't the only one that had problems, got problems, gonna get problems.
Mm-hmm.
I learned firsthand, man. Everybody don't want to hear your problems. I quit calling people when I had all my problems. I said, man, they don't even want to hear it. But I had a kind of a clue they didn't answer the phone all the time. So I think I was getting a busy signal, tell you, to be honest. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Yep. Boredom does not equal finding a good thing. No,
That's right.
Man.
That's right.
Well, I got to read this here one. This ain't the 90s, the 80s. The dating culture in America is garbage.
Doo-doo.
Hey, man. It's different. It's different. It's different.
I think, I mean, you know, social media done made a lot of changes to what people's perceptions are and what their so-called what they think reality is, because that's all people put forward is everything is just perfect and everything is pretty and beautiful and all you see is hashtag goals and all this type of stuff. And it's like, no, why don't you put up there the real stuff? You know what I mean? Like, come on. So,
well, I'm going to start some drama for my closing statement. I think social media is the root of the non-commitment.
The non-what?
Commitment. I think it's a big part in people not committing.
You think so? So what do you think? What do you think? What do you mean?
Well, first of all, I said that to get everybody riled up before we leave, but no, I really think that going back to what we were saying, you know, social media and this device here, cross country, cross state, cross the world, is at your fingertips. Mm-hmm. All you need is an app. I have one person, I created that in 2000. I have one personal Facebook account. Everything else is for points blank, whatever, or investing with Rod. I don't have any personal social media. Mm-hmm. I'm not on there looking for the kumbaya that's going on there. I want to put my stuff out. A lot of people, I know you saw it. No, I didn't see nothing on social media. I was on there long enough to post my stuff, see if any of the people I follow posted anything that's relevant, and then I'm out. Right. I'm not going to sit there and thumb there. People say, you'll get caught on TikTok for 3 hours. I won't even know it. Not Rod. But I think social media and the facade.
Yeah.
the facade, not just social media, all media, whether it's the movie theater, whether it's the TV, the radio, the music, the facade is giving people a false sense of what life is, what life
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of movies nowadays with technology is you can just see it. How you can see how it evolved. It could evolve into that. Like people living in virtual reality worlds, right? Like they are literally in their homes with these devices on, and that's how they go to work. That's how they live out in the real world, is through their virtual reality. What's his name? Bruce Willis was in one. I forgot the name of that particular movie, but him and his wife, he was married, and they lived through virtual reality, and they look like shit in real life, but in virtual reality, they was like, he was handsome, head full of hair, and she was all slim and sexy and all this type of stuff, and that's how they live because that's how they wanted the world to see them, you know. But when they took the virtual reality thing off, they didn't want each other to see each other and all this type of stuff because they didn't look that way anymore. But yeah, that's just how it is. It's sad. However, when it comes to commitment, yes, it's on both sides, but everybody needs to be accountable. If you're going to date with intention. It's okay to say up front what your end goal is. Doesn't mean that you're trying to get there today, but you know, you also want to let folk know, like, what are you talking about? Like, are you talking about in the next 4 or 5 years you want to get married, or you know, or are you talking about now? You know, those two different things. I mean, I would run for the hill if I'm not ready to get married now. Like, it don't make no sense to talk to you no more, especially if that's not what I'm trying to do. You know, so yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. I think we done. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to do real quick, Tanya. Real quick. I think I can do it in here. I hope I can do it. Oh yeah, I can do it from right here. And y'all, I'm doing this here because I forgot last time, so I'm gonna do it this time. Well, maybe I ain't. Hold up. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I gotta look at some. I'll look at it. I don't want to waste a lot of time.
What you trying to do?
I think I'm in the wrong thing. I wanted to give out some memberships, but I'll do it the next week.
Oh, okay.
But I do want to pull up something here, y'all, and I'm gonna get out of here. But you know, we're talking about this virtual reality stuff, and let me see if this is the right one. Bear with me here, y'all. I'm just trying to do something here. Tell you got anything else you need to say? Any more good comments?
No, I can't wait for our next topic next week, which is what? Baby mama, baby daddy drama.
Yeah, boy. Oh boy. Woo. Oh man. And then we got one after that too.
Yes, we got one. Our one after that. That one is in June. Let me see. Hold up. Are we on for next Monday?
Yeah. Well, you said it was a special
right.
day.
It's my birthday next Monday, y'all. So y'all better show up.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but Tanya's birthday is May 18th. We need max people here to show Tanya. She does a lot for YouTube, a lot for the YouTube and the community. So, man, y'all, if y'all don't have anything to do next Monday, even if it's just for a few minutes, if Tanya's anything like Rod, which I doubt, then my birthday is like a national holiday. All the other stuff.
I'm fine with, you know, low profile, say hey, acknowledge, whatever. Yes, I do like gifts. You know, from those that are close to me, but yeah. Oh, our topic in June. So next week is, hold on. Baby mama versus baby daddy, the drama, basically. And then the one in June when we come back, we're talking about how broke folks be traveling with no money.
Boy, that's one I can't
Let's
wait
talk
on.
about it. Brokies. That's what we talking about. We talking about
That's the one.
brokies in June.
I'm trying to do something, but I don't think it's gonna do it.
I don't know what it is you trying to do.
Never mind. Hey, we got 39 real homies in here, and I ain't gonna waste no more of y'all time. Let me see if we got any more comments. We're gonna get ready to raise up.
You can subscribe to both, Vicky, if you like.
Yeah, both, Vicky. Points Blank
Oh,
Experience.
hold on. Let me see if I can put my what's the name in the chat.
Good. Why you doing?
My
Because I
link.
got a problem over here, man. I got a major. I can't. It won't let me do something on StreamYard. That's really tripping me out. But okay. Okay. Yeah, what we're trying to do is just drop a couple of links. Just be patient with us, please. Go here and do something.
I was my YouTube it had kicked me out in terms of signing in. I guess because I was on here a little bit too long.
Oh, did it?
No, I'm talking about for my come on. Yes, it's me. All right. All right. For TNT Connect, this one is totally. This is TNT Connect is it's a how-to channel, how-to reviews, things of that nature. In addition to conversations, such as what you saw here. And so I'm gonna put two links in here. All right, where is my link? All right, I got y'all. Hold on, I got it. Copy. So this is TNT Connect. That's for the live and direct with Rod. That is in the chat. And then for my If You Like Cocktails, that's on my other channel. And that one, if you like cocktails, I do bourbon tastings, reviews, new releases, live cocktails, and when we are on vacations, we travel and we give reviews and vlogs about the cruise ships and the travel resorts in addition to their bars. So just so you know. So
I think Keisha just dropped. Yeah, she dropped Event Yours of Spirits.
no, so I think she dropped TNT Connect.
Yeah, I think she dropped
She
both.
dropped both of them TNT Connect.
Yeah.
But I just dropped. Oh no, she did. I'm sorry. She did Event Yours first. Thank you, Keisha. I'm sorry. I didn't see you dropping that first one.
What's
Thank
crazy? She be doing all this stuff on her phone. I don't know how she. I
You
can
can do
do
it on the
this on the
phone.
computer.
You just go to the person's, you hit it, go to the person, you go to their link, copy, come back and paste it.
All right. I'm gonna keep trying. I did good. Hey, did I do okay with my
You did good with the comments today. I'm impressed.
I'm talking about them people, you know, those people, them trolls.
Yes, exactly. You supposed to ignore them. You act like they're not there.
I was breaking out in hives over here. I was having an allergic reaction.
You can't show them attention.
So, hey, we want to thank, we still got 35. We're going to get ready to raise up. I did, we were talking about this reality world. And I wanted to share something. I don't even think I showed Tanya this, but I know I didn't because I haven't showed anybody this. But before I pull this up, Tanya, I'm going to tell you what it is. This is where we're going with the future. And then we've been talking about tell the truth and all this here. Now, if you look at what I'm about to show y'all, you would think this is a photo, but this is like a 3-part series here. So Tanya, what you have here is a picture of my mom, a picture of me when I was 3, and me sitting on her lap.
Okay.
that is not how that is not reality, y'all.
Right.
This picture, my mom was in LA when I was about 23. This is me being 3 sitting actually in my daddy's lap. But this is what the future is bringing us.
Okay.
And that is crazy. So I just wanted to put that up there. That's but hey, you know, can you see what that little guy look like? Who he favor? You have to see it up close.
Who he favor?
He look like Drew.
Oh, you right, but with an afro instead of a curly.
I got to show that to the Griffins. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh Lord, they gonna think we related. We might be. All right, man.
Oh gosh.
All right, hey,
keep it moving.
Yeah, we're gonna get ready to raise up, y'all. Again, thank everyone for being here tonight. It has been a pleasure. Committing is tough. I'm not gonna even say nothing else about it. Relationships, marriage, all of it's work. Are you ready to go to work? That's the question you need to ask yourself.
That's right.
And with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the little bit of. No, we ain't doing that. We're gonna put this right here up there. Tanya, you got anything else to say before we go?
Don't be trash. Live your best life.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna hear somebody say that because I'm gonna play this close out. But much love, y'all. As I end each and every show, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. Speaking of which, I just dropped an investment video. If you're trying to get your paper right, go over and check out Investing with Rod. If you're trying to get your drink on and other things, go out and check out Invent Yours. Cocktails for days, y'all. A lot of knowledge. With that being said, we're gonna raise up. Much love, y'all.
All right.
All righty. Well, tell you can still talk, but we about to raise on up out of here. Much love, y'all. All right. I always do that. Now we're gonna come back. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. His eyes on finances.
Her hands control the pause.
Counted by the minute.
Then we walk through the doors.
Serious topics.
Stop provoking.
His thoughts, her thoughts.
We keep it potent.
Lots of fun, no drama.
Every episode is smashed.
They try to play it light,
but we bring the truth of class.
Rod and Tanya.
Live and direct.
Speak it plain.
Earn that respect.
Don't come soft.
Don't come fake.
When we step in.
The room don't break.
Points blank. Event yours.
Points blank. Event yours.
They don't enter rooms.
They kick down doors.
Are they ballin'? Are they paid?
Let us see those checks.
Forget the power and the money.
We command respect.
Yeah. He brings the pressure.
She brings the proof.
Clean little debate
With a big picture truth.
We got opinions.
We got receipts.
Laugh through the headlines.
Then we hit the streets.
Timmy talk slick.
Y'all know that's trash.
We cut through the noise.
And we move too fast.
Rod and Tanya.
Live and direct.
Speak it plain.
Earn that respect.
Don't come soft.
Don't come fake.
When we step in.
The room don't break.
Points blank. Event yours.
Points blank. Event yours.
They don't enter rooms.
They kick down doors.
Are they ballin'? Are they paid?
Let us see those checks.
Forget the power and the money.